for this year's big event. This venue is so big, it's actually become the 6th largest theater in the state of California.
And we're here with almost 2,000 people, including press, industry stalwarts, and most importantly, hundreds of Bethesda's biggest fans. Just like last year's showcase, Bethesda has opened the doors to the people who play their games. And along with all of you watching this live stream, we'll be getting a first look at the games to play for years to come.
Now, the showcase is going to begin in about 20 minutes, but it's not just about the stage show. Right after the showcase, we'll be back here live with exclusive interviews with all the developers behind the games you just saw on stage.
It'll all take place during what Bethesda is calling BE3 Plus. A big celebration with live game demos and more. We'll take you inside BE3 Plus, show you all the amazing stuff that's on display, and dig deep to reveal even more info about all the games you'll see tonight.
So be sure to stick around for the entire live stream and follow us throughout the event on Twitter @Bethesda using the hashtag BE3. So send us your comments, and if we answer one of your questions on air, you might even win something awesome that I can't show you yet. Trust me, you want it.
You actually do.
You do.
Now, it was just a year ago that Morgan and I reunited for the first time in years to host the pre and post show for Bethesda's first ever showcase.
Yes, and it is good to be back together again.
I would say so. Now, do I look older or just balder?
I wouldn't open that door.
Of course, a lot has happened in the past year. For example, Bethesda released a small game, the Fallout 4.
Oh, I have heard of that game.
Yes, and somehow it managed to be one of the biggest releases of 2015. You know, I actually am still playing Fallout 4. Not because I'm inept.
No?
Well, not because I'm inept in playing Fallout 4. I'm an inept in other things. But because Bethesda's managed to release 3 different add-ons. The most recent one is Far Harbor, which I've only just begun to explore.
Yeah, it's huge. It's actually the largest landmass of any Bethesda add-on. It's even bigger than Skyrim's Shivering Isles. Plus, it's got that spooky vibe. Something is going on up in Maine. So how about we take a look at Far Harbor right now?
Please, bring my daughter home.
We've paid our dues in blood and bullets. This is our fight. Our island. Not yours.
The fog can do a number on you. Get you all turned around.
Far Harbor has a right to the truth.
The people of Far Harbor need only peer out their windows to look upon the face of Atom himself, given form in holy fog.
I know peace can still be achieved.
Peace? You call murdering one of ours peace?
Careful. This could get out of hand real fast.
See, creepy.
Yes.
Creepy and fun. Here's another fun fact.
Yeah.
I love bipedal fish creatures. They're my only friends in my fantasy life.
They have the lures on their heads. They're really cool.
Exactly. So, Morgan, do you actually have a favorite moment from Fallout 4?
I spent so much time getting my settlements up and running and trying to make them look a little bit nicer. I mean, slapping a painting on that rotted out wall, I think it really spruces the place up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. It really ties the whole lean-to together.
Yes.
Now, I have to be honest, I really love the freedom to build in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And I really, really did try to make things nicer for my settlers, and I failed all of them. Even in the apocalypse, I am not Jonathan Adler.
I think they should be happy that they have beds, right? They always complain to me about their sleeping arrangements. Did they not see my painting? I crafted that myself.
All that time and apocalyptic paint. Now, I got to the point where I'd just be slapping down the sleeping bag and I'm like, here, is that good enough for you? Oh, you want a roof over your head, I see. Well, too bad, because this is what you get. What other people actually can pull off in creating those settlements is absolutely incredible.
I know, they did better than me, so you guys should get ready to get jealous.
All right. I think this is true for many, many people.
Yeah.
I love the setting of Fallout 4, especially in those denser parts of Boston, and how it juxtaposed that Fallout sci-fi with actual historical locales. And I also remember just how awestruck I was the first time I stepped into Diamond City. It was just like, wow, this is like some kind of odd fantasy horror in my mind.
Yes, the great green jewel.
Yes.
You guys should totally try the power noodles. They're worth the price. I didn't really think he was a baseball fan, though. That's why I'm a little surprised about it.
Well, no one ever really presented baseball from a survivalist perspective before, so it really kind of got
Alright.
to me. Now, there was also this time, and this is very, very true. I stepped inside the Massachusetts State House just to, like, maybe pick up some aluminum and some glue because, you need all the glue in the
You have
world.
a lot of people relying on you.
Now, about 2 hours later, I'm still there. I don't know how far underground I'm going, and I'm just fighting bigger and bigger Mirelurks. It was just one of those wonderful, surprising moments about the game.
Yeah, so who's your favorite character?
Nick Valentine, hands
Okay.
down. He's actually probably one of my most favorite characters in any game ever. I love detectives. If I lived in a fantasy world where things were more mysterious, I would be a detective. So hanging with him and going through his special quest was just deeply satisfying. I mean, the idea of having a world-weary noir robot gumshoe as your buddy, that just won me over.
Pretty much had your name written all over it. I can say that my favorite thing actually was probably having the Pip-Boy on my iPad. I'm completely obsessed with it. It made it very convenient. I can probably blame some of my deaths on not actually paying attention
You're like,
and playing
"Ooh,
on my iPad. So
I'm leveling up. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I'm not leveling up anymore. Why isn't this working Oh,
Yes.
right.
Well, speaking of tablets.
Yes.
Transition.
I love it.
We can't forget about Fallout Shelter. At last year's showcase, Bethesda both announced and released Fallout Shelter. And
Yep.
since then, it has become the most played title from Bethesda Game Studios. Are you still playing Shelter?
I am, because I have to make sure my resource-sucking babies are going to grow up to be productive members of society that I can exploit for more resources. Kids are useless. Oh, I did name one of them after you, though.
I really hope you didn't send him to the barbershop for a haircut.
No, because I systematically bred baldness out of my vault.
You monster! Oh, okay. Can you at least put me in a room with the parrot? I love the pets in the game, but I'm
Yeah.
all down with the parrots.
All right, I will hook you up with a parrot to make all your weirdo pirate fantasies come true.
Argy.
Okay. There are other updates to Fallout Shelter. They also added rooms for crafting items. They added a day and night cycle, new weapons and armor, and new characters, including Old Longfellow, who's the new companion you meet in Fallout 4's Far Harbor.
Far Harbor.
Far Harbor.
Shelter, though, is not the only place where you can be crafty. Bethesda began to officially support mods for Fallout 4 with the release of the PC Creation Kit in April. And you can now check out the thousands of available mods and install them directly in your game, or you can browse them online at Bethesda.net.
Now, even better, Fallout 4 mods are not limited to just the PC anymore. While they're still created on the PC, you can now install mods on the console. In May, mods came to Xbox One, and they're arriving on PlayStation 4 later this month.
So let's take a look at some of the coolest Fallout 4 mods. You know, to be fair, that really just scratches the surface of
Yeah.
what's available out there as a mod. And I've always been amazed at how creative people are them. It's like with the shelters and the apocalypse. I am just proud to get my pants on in one try.
We're proud of you, too.
Yeah, Fallout fans really know how to go all out.
Okay, but not just Fallout fans. Doom fans know how to go all out, too.
That's right. Doom was released last month, reminding gamers that the best way to win something is to keep moving forward and never stop.
Always moving forward. When everyone got to see the original gameplay demo at Bethesda's E3 showcase last year, people were amazed at the fast pace.
Hello
But
there.
when we
Hey,
sat
what's up?
down to play, we got to see the depth of the game. I love the rune challenges. I know you are still working on some of those.
Yes, that Rich and Richer challenge.
Rich Get Richer?
With the rocket
Yeah,
launcher.
yeah.
Tweet at me any advice on how I can do this. I am stuck.
We should track down one of the devs to do that for you. That's their job, right?
Oh, that's right. We're here at Bethesda.
Yeah, right?
There's something more convenient. Still, tweet at me, whatever. Anyway, I also like to unlock those classic maps because it really does highlight just how much gaming has changed from when the original Doom really. It didn't create, it wasn't the first, but it really, started the FPS movement. If you want to make something with a classic feel, you can also do that in Snap Map.
Yes, and Snap Map is kind of fun for a couple reasons. First, somebody always makes a really, really easy map that gives you 1 billion points. That's the one that I play first. And then second, people make some really interesting and imaginative things.
Now, if you guys haven't played around with Snap Map, it's pretty easy when you get started, and it gets really deep if you want to dig in. Things just snap together, hence the name. Snap Map. And you can scroll through available options. You can place every enemy individually, or you can let the AI place them for you. You can create the triggers to spawn enemies, or put them all in one room to build a really uncomfortable hellspawn mixer. Or you can do a lot, and you can do a little.
Yeah, and you also, what I love is you have a lot of control over the look and feel of the environment. There are way more options than I imagined. So I was inspired by the grainy filter to work on a film noir adventure with demons. However, I am actually sad to report Fedora's not part of Snap Map. I was disappointed too.
Because they're part of every aspect of gaming.
But if that's not enough for you, there is, of course, competitive multiplayer.
Yes, and the thing I love about competitive multiplayer is it really is a throwback to when I started out, back in the Tech TV days. There was the Quake 3, that kind of classic way of competitive multiplayer. But then when you add in the ability to spawn in as a demon with the demon powers, that's where it also has this contemporary feel, and that really has a really interesting effect on the flow of the matches and how the focus shifts during the course of them.
Yeah.
Now, Doom and Fallout 4 are just some of the Bethesda games we're playing. And Morgan,
yes,
I do understand you've been spending quite a bit of time with the Elder Scrolls Legends, which is the strategy card game based in the Elder Scrolls universe that Bethesda first announced at last year's showcase and is currently in closed beta.
It is. So back in late April at PAX East, Bethesda announced the game was in closed beta. I am not ashamed to admit that I was able to snag myself an invite.
Aren't you the lucky one? Now, this being a closed beta, I know that everyone has agreed not to utter a word about their experiences, but it's just you and me right here. So how about you just tell me how it is?
No, you're just going to have to see for yourself. If you could get an invite, I recommend batting your eyelashes.
Like this? Please.
It's not going to work. Hope is not lost, however. There is a video of the game in action. Roll tape!
Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Legends, a strategy card game featuring creatures, characters, and lore from across the history of the Elder Scrolls. Each battle begins with a hand of 3 cards. When it's your turn, you draw 1 card and gain 1 magicka, needed to play your cards. Place a card on one of 2 sides, called lanes. Some lanes have special conditions that alter the field of battle. Choose to attack a card in the same lane, or attack your opponent directly. You win when your opponent is out of health. Take enough damage and one of your runes will shatter. Each time this happens, you will immediately draw a card that could change your fortunes. Your choices, and a little luck.
Yeah, Hearthstone did it better in my opinion.
Victory. Battle anytime or anywhere, on your own or against other players. Test your might in a full campaign, in quick skirmishes, or in the arena where you'll face a gauntlet of foes. Build your collection of allies, armaments, and magic. Combine your cards to create powerful decks. Train your cards to increase their power. Choose your strategy. Choose your path. Choose your destiny. And become a legend.
Legends isn't the only Elder Scrolls game that's having a moment. The Elder Scrolls Online had a very big year.
Yeah, so even though the game has been available for more than 2 years, they've made some really big updates to Elder Scrolls Online since launch.
Let's see, there's Imperial City. Players finally got to face off against Molag Bal's army. Then in December, Orsinium added over 20 hours of new content to Elder Scrolls Online.
They also made a whole bunch of changes that the community and media really responded to. The Elder Scrolls Online went from what the devs admit was a rocky start to being named Best MMO at the end of 2015.
But amidst all the bright news, the Elder Scrolls Online has has also recently launched. Thieves Guild in April, and Dark Brotherhood also launched on PC just last week.
So ever since the launch, they have really wanted to explore the lore that we've all loved in the other Elder Scrolls games. For example, they picked the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil for Dark Brotherhood.
Like Kvatch, which 400 years later gets obliterated by Oblivion demons. You kind of want to tell the residents not to get too used to the place or not that attached. As an Elder Scrolls junkie, this is exactly what I love about ESO. It's getting lost in all the expansive lore and geography.
And speaking of fans, we would like to take a moment to say hello to all of the Bethesda fans around the globe.
From London to Moscow, Paris to Tokyo, gamers have gathered to watch the BE3 showcase. And down in Australia, Bethesda's taken over the Sydney Opera House so fans can watch the showcase live.
And earlier today, we got to chat with some of the gamers here in LA who lined up to see the showcase. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
All right, here we are. It's a few hours before the start of BE3, but people have been lining up here since, I believe, 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know, this is a dedicated fan base. They know that the closer they are to the front of the line, the better seat that they are going to get inside the showcase, and that is a big motivator, I know, for people to get here early, get their seat right in the front of the theater.
Exactly. One big screen, front row. It's exciting, but let's better understand some of the hardest core Bethesda fans.
All right, now you couldn't have a showcase like this without some amazing cosplay. Now you helped build this, so you can tell us a little bit about it.
She's cosplaying Keeper from The Evil Within. It took us forever to make this tenderizer, and it took her about a day to make that.
I mean, look, I love that game, and I love the Keeper. Everyone else knows him as Boxman. Would you mind just trying that on for one quick sec? I just got to see this. Yeah. That's really, really, really effective. Wow.
And what was the inspiration behind this costume? Like, you know, what spoke to you about it?
It just took us like 2 days to finish The Evil Within, and we played that like all night, and that was giving us like little heart attacks, and we just fell in love with the game.
So what else are you guys excited about? What are you excited to see here today?
For one, gameplay for Dishonored 2, because we've been so excited. Just the first trailer from last year, waiting in line for hours. So we're just like, oh, yeah, I hope we get to see other stuff. Maybe Elder Scrolls? Maybe new Elder Scrolls?
Well, actually, going back to Dishonored 2, I mean, now we have an adult grown-up Emily Caldwin. Is that something you're considering for cosplay?
I'm actually working on doing Emily. I started the scarf last year, and I've been thinking about like what swashes I'm gonna use, like what kind of fabric, and trying to put it all together and trying to make it nice. Maybe for PAX, maybe for later on, maybe this next year, but it's gonna get done.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to it. And on that note, I think all four of us and so many other people out there are excited for another and maybe deeper look at Dishonored 2. But let's right now look at last year's trailer to get us all excited.
It's happened again. Someone's pulled the rug out from under you. An empire at your feet, and you've lost it all. Be honest, did you really deserve any of it? More important, what would you do to get it back? Careful, there's always a price to pay. What you decide will ripple across the years. Blood in the gutters and corruption on the wind. It'll be fun watching this unfold. What will you do with the power I've given you? How will you make your mark on this wretched world?
Well,
You cover your face, but I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time.
Well.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Just threw some oven pizzas in the oven. They'll be ready in about 15 minutes, and I'm just trying to power through. I had like no REM sleep.
Good.
Because I ended up sleeping in the office, in an office chair. And every time the office chair started to tip over, I woke up. So, which is good, because I'd rather wake up then than wake up with my head slamming into the desk. Or actually, yeah, I guess it'd be into some of the furniture. I had to be slamming into some furniture, so. But I didn't get. The only dream I was finally REM sleep and stuff I was able to have was at 7:30, and I slept woke up around 9, and had a dream about Vicky being obsessed with cosplaying from Iki Tosin, which I'm like, well, that'd be a first. Fan servicey fighty shows are not her deal.
I know, it was like, in a perfect world. In a perfect world.
Yeah, she was between two characters. She was between Hakufu, and I can't remember who the other one was. But then when I told her about the dream on the phone, she's like, oh, such and such. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that was probably it. I know the character, I recognized it. My brain's just too much at this point. She's like, I like Hakufu because she's derpy, but I like such and such because she's badass. It looks like me. And I was like, whatever makes you happy. She's like, either way, I've got to make the skirt longer. I'm like, yeah, I know. People at cons are creepers.
Who is also pretty awesome, but I am playing as Emily.
But that was like the only dream I had, and I was like, okay, good. So at least my girlfriend is showing up in my dreams to say, hey, things will get better.
Just hey, you're here. You're alive at least.
They do have different. Sorry.
Well, the drywall that was being picked at by the mouse. We took my chopping block and like put it there and then slammed the bed against it. So if something comes back to try to cut through that drywall, it'll find a thick piece of wood that it won't be able to cut through. So there's that. Ethan will be going over to his mom's on like Thursday night, and so I have to deal with Thursday night and Friday night, and then Kent will be home on Saturday.
It's just fun.
I'm trying to find a sleepover buddy.
I was going to talk to you about that, but we can talk about that after. What?
Yeah, we can get through work and what have you.
Yeah, because I was thinking we can just do like an impromptu. Like, I can go up there, do like an impromptu. We do like an impromptu 24-hour stream on Friday and just fuck around like this guy or something like that over there, or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
But like I said, we'll discuss this. We'll discuss this off stream. That was the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Because the boss lady had mentioned this to me, and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be that late. So actually, that was very good. I thought like they'll leave before E3. And I thought like, well, I thought we would go up there and I would set up everything up there, and we would do everything up there during these next few days. But I think it's better for us to do that.
Well, then the one thing to think about, because you said the 24-hour stream, I'm like, you know what, we totally could do that, because if someone needs to take a pee break, we just switch off.
Which is on current gen systems with all the DLC included.
But like I said, we'll discuss later more about like dumb ideas. But I am like, but that was something that the boss lady had mentioned.
All right, guys, I think we've had enough speculation, don't you?
But
you're one of
what's up?
two people I could call upon to be sleepover buddies at this point.
That we're going to see a lot more Dishonored 2 tonight.
Yeah. My other friend said like Friday night,
where it's coming from.
And then Saturday night. I'm like, well, Friday and Saturday, Thursdays still leaves me hanging in the wind on Thursday.
Yeah, I can swing by on like
and follow along on Twitter at Bethesda with the hashtag
Well,
BE3.
we could, again, like you said, let me get some food in my system.
Yeah, let's just well, right now, right now they actually have to start the press conference. So.
Alright, let's send me the link for it real quick so I can throw it in.
Alright, guys, enjoy the show.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, right now it's Morgan Webb and what's his face? Adam Sessler. They're just yapping their gums right now.
Hashtag they're still alive.
Somehow.
Well, no, Bethesda became a major SJW and has been kind of an asshole lately. And like, oh, well, there you go. I remember when they were relevant. I mean, as relevant as you could be being on Tech TV, not Tech TV, G4.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was Tech TV, but Morgan Webb missed never Tech TV. I miss Tech TV.
Alright, I'm sending you a link on Facebook right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the press conference just started, so.
My phone has to tell me I'm on Facebook right now, so it doesn't have to tell me who it is anyways. So otherwise this is probably going to go over your mic. Or maybe not. Maybe if I turn the volume down low enough.
Wait, is this Quake? Holy shit, I think this is Quake.
Are we gonna fight some Strogos again? Because I totally want to build some Strogos.
I think so. Yeah, this is fucking Quake, man.
Shit.
They're bringing it back.
Last year they had Doom kicking all kinds of ass, so why not go into Quake?
Yep, Quake, yo. Quake Champions.
Ladies
I
and
like that.
gentlemen, please welcome studio
So is it going to be
director
like
id
3
Software,
then? Is it just going to be an arena-based game? 'Cause I'd
I
like to
think
actually
so.
strip it. But
Well,
that
they're
doesn't-
gonna talk about it right now, so let's see what they have to say about it.
Good evening.
You're gonna open up a
and
show, man. This is how you
welcome
do it,
to the
man.
Bethesda E3 showcase.
How you
yes,
do it.
Quake is back.
I'm just going to rock an id Software game.
The game that defined competitive multiplayer is back and better than ever. You know, it's hard to believe that 20 years ago, Quake was first released, and
the game
you know,
that
if you'll
defined
excuse the
competitive
pun,
multiplayer
the
is back
aftershocks
and
can
better
still
than ever.
be felt to this day.
You know, it's hard to believe
Quake
that
set
20
new
years
standards
ago,
for multiplayer
was
and
first
pushed
released.
the
And,
boundaries for
you know, if you'll
graphics
excuse
and
the
gameplay.
pun, the
Quake also
aftershocks
became a
can still
pioneer
be
for
felt to this
esports,
day.
and 20 years
Quake
later, Quake
set
is
new
still
standards for
played in
multiplayer
tournaments
and
across
pushed
the globe.
boundaries
The
for
biggest of
graphics
those tournaments
and game.
is our very own
Quake also
annual
became a
gathering,
pioneer
QuakeCon,
for esports.
which will attract
20
this
years
August
later, Quake is
tens
still
of thousands
played
of people
in
to
tournaments
Dallas.
across the globe. Biggest
As a
of those
co-designer
tournaments is our very
of the
own
original game,
annual gathering,
I'm
QuakeCon,
extremely proud
which will attract
and
this
excited to be
August
standing here today
10,000
to announce the next
Dallas.
chapter of this great game,
As the
Quake
co-designer
Champions.
of the original game, I'm extremely proud and excited to be standing here today to announce the next
Quake
chapter
Champions
of this
is
great
a
game,
competitive,
Quake Champions.
arena-style, first-person shooter for the PC, designed for players of all skill levels. Whether you are new to Quake,
Quake
or
Champions
have
is
been
a
fragging
competitive,
for the last 20
arena-style,
years,
first-person
Quake
shooter
Champions will give you the
We're going back to
chance
3.
and rush
Oh yeah,
to
I don't mind that.
id Software multiplayer.
I loved 3. I'm not even a
Now,
big
we
first-person
know
shooter fan. I
that
friggin'
high
played the
in-game
shit out of
performance
3.
is critical with this type of game. You know, so be assured, as with any id Software game, that Quake
Now,
Champions
we
will be
know
fast,
that
with
high
amazing
performance
graphics running at
critical
120 hertz with unlocked frame
Be
rates.
assured, as with any
Yes.
id Software game, that Quake Champions
Yay.
Heart-stopping
Fast.
action that will keep you on the edge of your seat as you fight in classic arena combat.
Yes.
Quake Champions also taps into another hallmark
You're
of the
going to get
franchise:
heart-stopping
unique
action
and
that will
badass
keep you
characters.
on the edge of your
The
seat
game
as you
features
fight in
a diverse
classic
cast of
arena
warriors,
combat.
each with different
Quake
attributes
Champions also
and
taps into
unique
another
abilities,
hallmark of the
allowing
franchise.
you to
Unique,
fight the way that you
badass
want.
characters. Game
And you know that
features
it has a
diverse
long
cast
tradition
of warriors,
of supporting
each
competitive
different
tournaments,
attributes
and that continues with Quake Champions.
allowing
The game is designed
the way
for
that you
world-class esports play
And
at
you know
every
that
level,
it has a long
from the
tradition
world's
of
greatest
supporting
Quake players
competitive
to
tournaments.
anyone
That
willing to
continues.
test their skills in the arena.
Game is designed
So as
for
part of the
world-class
launch plan for
esports
Quake
play
Champions,
at every level.
Bethesda will be supporting
Greatest
and
Quake
expanding
players to
competitive
anyone
tournaments and
test
leagues
their skills.
beyond QuakeCon. And we'll have
So
more
as part
to share
of
about
the
that
launch
in
plan
the
for
coming
Quake
months.
Champions, Bethesda
I
will
hope
be
you
supporting
enjoyed this sneak
and
peek
expanding
into our newest game.
competitive tournaments and leagues
Join us
beyond
at QuakeCon in August,
We'll have
and we'll
more
have even more to
share
talk
about
about.
that in the coming months.
And now, please
I
join
hope
me
you
in
enjoyed the
welcoming
sneak peek
Bethesda's
to our newest game.
Global Vice
Join
President
us
of
at
PR and
QuakeCon
Marketing,
in August,
Pete Hines.
And now, please join me in welcoming Bethesda's Global Vice President of PR
So far, so good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, they're talking about the characters playing, like, uniquely and stuff like that.
Thank you, Tim.
This makes me
As
wonder
Tim
if there's
said,
going to
we
be,
have
like,
even more to
character
show
classes.
on Quake Champions.
Who knows,
this
really?
August.
I mean,
I will totally do Team Deathmatch if I can be Team Medic.
Right there in the name. How would we not have our new Quake game at QuakeCon? Make any sense?
the thing is,
But
like,
right now,
I mean,
we're
the
not
team,
at
the
QuakeCon,
new thing
we're
is
at
team,
E3,
the
the biggest week in gaming,
is team,
and this is the
competition, like team
Bethesda
competition, and
E3
having like
showcase.
everybody work as a unit.
Yeah.
Look at what's it called, Overwatch.
So welcome.
Oh, yeah.
To everyone here with me and to the millions of you watching online around the world, thank you for joining us.
All right,
We planned this
montage.
showcase
Gotta
just like
have
we
a
make
montage.
all of our games for you.
Montage.
Now, last year our showcase kicked
Yeah,
off
montage,
a
right?
big year
I
for
think so.
Bethesda, one of the biggest in our
My
many years
montage.
of making games. So let me mention just a few.
Rocky had a
highlights.
montage.
The Elder Scrolls Online was released on console and became one of the best-selling games of 2015 and was named MMO of the Year.
So right now I'm eating my fucking hat because of that information.
We launched Fallout.
Like, what did we
the
say
very
when
first
we
mobile
first
game
started
from
hearing
Bethesda
that
Game
with the problems
Studios,
with
and it became an
Fallout
instant hit
Online,
and
that
winner
it
of
wasn't gonna
multiple
work,
mobile game of
and
the
that
year.
we give them 3 months?
Yeah,
Man.
it was-
Fallout
it-
4
it's
was
not
one of the
popular,
biggest
though.
launches in the industry. So you
I
heard
enjoyed
me.
Fallout Shelter a lot. I just don't play it anymore.
And won
because I
numerous
got
Game
bored.
of the Year awards, including at DICE and again at the BAFTA Awards. And now Fallout 4 is bringing user mods to Xbox One and soon to PS4 in a way that's never been seen before.
Oh shit!
And just last month, the new Doom was released to rave reviews.
And now Fallout 4 is bringing user mods to Xbox One and
Wait, the BAFTAs have a video game
almost
category?
single-handedly popularized first-person shooter games.
Let me in the wrong country.
Doom game, faithful to its legacy with some of the best graphics and gameplay
Yeah, Doom
ever.
kicks ass.
And
Oh,
millions
yes.
of fans have been enjoying the fast-paced action and creating and sharing mods using SnapMap. The response to all of these games has been amazing, and your enthusiasm and support for us has encouraged us to go even bigger. You just heard about our new Quake game. Let's see what else we have planned for you guys. At last year's showcase, I told you about the Elder Scrolls Legends, a free-to-play collectible card game. Now, as I said last year, I am a huge fan of these games. I play them a lot.
At last year's showcase,
So this is a game I'm particularly excited about. Legends provides a very deep strategy experience through both single and multiplayer modes, beginning with a campaign complete with a compelling story, interesting characters, and some great gameplay. The story is told from the perspective of a moth priest named Keller. I'll let him tell you a little more as we take a look at the campaign's opening cinematic.
So basically, this is just Hearthstone with Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, which means I get to go grab a slice of pizza while he's talking.
Go for it.
The Elder Scrolls show us what was, and what yet will be. And they have revealed much to me.
Spare us your stories, old man, lest they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying. Our enemies are massing for another attack. We must prepare for battle.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for, and this one smells blood in the wind.
Patience now. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not.
This one smells blood in the wind.
Patience now. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden. They are true or not.
There you go. That was scary. That was not me. That was literally the stream.
Fled north, giving Citadel to the invaders.
That was not me.
This is the story.
Thank God that was not me.
Who changed the very course of history. This is the story of a forgotten hero. Who changed the very course of history.
When Legends begins, you're set on a path to discover the world of the Elder Scrolls in a way you haven't seen before. The choices you make define your approach and unlock all the depth the game has to offer. A two-lane battlefield provides more variety and strategic depth. Players make decisions that change the cards they want to improve or add to their decks, and we offer a full single-player campaign as well as multiple ways to play against the AI or other players in both battle and arena modes. Now, we began public beta testing in April, and so far the feedback from the people who have been playing has been terrific. To celebrate E3 this week, we'll be letting even more of you into the beta to start playing. Now, if you haven't signed up yet, just visit Bethesda.net, create an account, and sign up, and be sure to keep an eye on your email. Also tonight, we're very pleased to announce that in addition to PC and iPad, Legends will be coming to iPhone, Mac, and Android tablets and phones later this year.
Yay! The industry standard.
As I said, I'm very excited about Legends as it brings together an award-winning franchise that I love and a new genre, and whether you're a veteran strategy card fan or have never played a game before, it's a game we think you'll all really enjoy. And now, so long as we're on the topic of Legends, let's take a look at what the team at Bethesda Game Studios has been hard at work on.
It's a game we think you'll all really
Welcome
enjoy.
here to Bethesda Game Studios. It's amazing to think it has only been a year since you first heard about Fallout 4 at this very event. And thanks to you, it became not just our most popular game ever, but one of the industries. It has simply blown us away, and we're incredibly blessed to have fans like you. Seeing what you've created, not just in the main game with the add-ons and of course mods, it is just incredible. And we're not done yet. We're excited to show you what's coming next for Fallout 4.
Seeing what you've created, not just in the main game with the add-ons and of course mods, it is just incredible. And we're not done yet. We're excited to show you what's coming next for Fallout 4.
Yo, card games? Yep, that's right, Ed. We got card games. What the fuck is going on here? Contraptions next week? Okay. Why am I surprised that when they were talking about the card games you'd appear? Anyway, what's up, Ed?
And I can't get over
Of course, we didn't just announce Fallout 4 last year. We also announced and released Fallout Shelter, which over 50 million of you have downloaded and played. We have a really big update coming out. Take a look.
Fallout 4 last year. So announced and released Fallout Shelter, which over 50 million of you have downloaded it. Really big update coming out. Take a look.
That's fine, Ed. Don't worry about it. I understand your case. That's fine.
I'm back. So I missed some awesome card battle action, and now I'm seeing. Oh, we're doing a montage. I came in the montage.
We hope you're as excited as we
Yeah,
are.
they're showing off some new things for
coming
Fallout
up.
4 and Fallout
We want to
Shelter.
thank you again, not just for your support over the last year, but your support of our whole studio
PC version.
really
Sweet.
over the last 20 years. There is something else,
Hey,
though,
it's Todd.
that you've been asking us about.
Again,
And
not just for your support
yes,
over the last
we've
year,
been working on it.
but your support of our whole studio really over the. There's something else though that you've been asking us about.
Oh. Hey.
Music.
Skyrim HD. So it is real. GG Bethesda. GG. Good game, sir.
Like other directly comparing the systems. That's awesome.
Oh, special edition. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president and co-creative director of Arcane Studios, Rafael Colantonio.
Want?
That's not that bad.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm very excited to be here tonight on behalf of Arcane Studios, the makers of Dishonored. Our passion is for a very specific kind of game, first-person immersive games.
Hello, Iron Man.
Our games blend narration and simulation in a way that makes every player's experience different, where players can improvise and where choices have consequence. Our games encourage replay in order to try different playstyles, so that players are free to play their own way. In 2012, we released Dishonored. We were thrilled that the game was so well received by the gamers and the critics all around the world. That was like one of the best feelings for us developers. After that launch, my friend and co-director Harvey Smith took the lead on Dishonored 2, so he went to France in Lyon and worked with the team over there. Meanwhile, I have been busy in Austin working on something else with the team in Austin. And tonight I have a surprise for you. I'm going to reveal what that surprise is in a minute. It's a new game built on the values that are so dear to Arcane. It's another first-person immersive game set in a dangerous universe. Only this time we've added a psychological thrill. Here is the world's first look at what we've been up to.
Good morning,
So
Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration set for this meeting. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration set for this meeting. There is a 3 p.m. meeting in TranStar Conference Room A to create research and development. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office.
That's not good.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Still working on.
Good morning, Morgan. Looks like we have some tests to run.
Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
This game looks interesting. Why do I have a feeling I know this franchise? If it is a original friend, if it is like a.
Well, this looks like Bioshock, but obviously it's not. That's owned by 2K.
Bioshock, no, that's from EA.
I know. That's what it reminds me of.
Good morning, Morgan.
Wait, isn't the game like all those Bioshock people who went off to make a new game? Is this that game?
No, it's a different game. That's like the I forgot the name of that one, but they didn't make funding for that one. Prey. Okay, I'm done with this game. I'm screaming uncontrollably for a game I don't know about.
In Prey, you awaken aboard Talos 1, a very special space station. It is year 2032.
You're bringing back Prey?
You are the key subject of an experiment meant to
I
alter
guess
humanity
so.
forever. But things have gone wrong, of course. The space station has been overrun by an alien threat, and you are now being hunted. As you dig into the dark secrets of Talos 1 and your own past, you must survive using all the tools at your disposal on board the station. Your wits, weapons, and mind-bending abilities. Prey will be available next year on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. We'll have more to show at the QuakeCon, so be sure to join us there. Thank you.
Why do I have a feeling I've heard of Prey?
I'm Marty Stratton, executive producer of Doom.
It was a 360 game. We played as a Native American. It was a first-person shooter. You got spirit powers. You're taking on aliens.
Fans around the world.
Prey 2 looked amazing. You were like an alien bounty hunter. Never came out.
And we thank you, our fans, for making the Doom launch such a tremendous success. It's been amazing to watch and hear from the millions of players enjoying the many aspects of the game. From those of you gunning for the perfect run through the campaign, to others constantly testing their skills in multiplayer, you continue to inspire our team. Last year, we told you we wanted to put the power of creation in the hands of every player through Doom Snap Map, allowing for an endless stream of new gameplay. And in the coming months, we're excited to be supporting Doom Snap Map with free updates and even more ways to play. We'll be delivering new construction modules, including hell visual themes, as well as new props, objects, weapons...
Just give me like a retro skin pack so I can play, so I can put everything like retro filter in that game.
Like the ability to create true single-player experiences with features like the popular weapon wheel found in the campaign. And again, throughout the year, every Snap Map feature and update is free for every player. For multiplayer, next month we'll release 2 new modes, including a uniquely doomed variant of One Flag CTF called Exodus, as well as an all-new multi-zone capture and hold mode called Sector. Later this summer, we'll turn up the heat with the release of 3 free-for-all modes, including Classic Deathmatch. These modes will be free to all players and playable on any existing or future maps. Also next month, fans can look forward to our first premium Doom DLC pack, Unto the Evil. The first DLC pack includes 3 new multiplayer maps, Offering, Cataclysm, and Ritual. A new playable demon called the Harvester, a new gun, equipment item, armor sets, taunts, and more.
Isn't the Harvester one like one of the original demons in Doom?
Launch, we hope you've only scratched the surface of fun we packed into the game.
I keep asking.
And we can't wait to give you even more ways to compete, create, play, and fight like hell.
The hell?
Thank you.
Is he casting magic?
Well, no, it's because you can transform into the demons in the multiplayer.
Awesome.
Wow, ton of great stuff there for everyone that's enjoying Doom, and again, we thank you, the fans, for making it such a hit. Doom has received near universal acclaim from critics and players alike for its fast combat, over-the-top demons, and amazing graphics, everything that it is known for. Now, it is also known as a longtime supporter of shareware, or for you youngsters in the audience, that's what us old guys used to call a demo. And in a nod to that tradition, we decided to offer anyone that hasn't checked out Doom's amazing gameplay a chance to do it for free. So, starting tonight, you can download and play the first level of Doom on Steam, PS4, or Xbox One for free. Cool. Now, this offer is only good this week, but we want everyone to have a chance to see why Doom is one of the highest-rated shooters ever. So if you love super intense action or you just want to experience state-of-the-art gaming, go download Doom and fight like hell on us. We think you'll see what everyone else is talking about. Now, let's shift from Demons of Hell to Daedric Princes and Secret Assassin cults. Please welcome from ZeniMax Online Studios, the Elder Scrolls Online game director, Matt Fyra. Matt?
So far, so good. Last year's stuff felt kind of lacking. This year, they're starting to redeem themselves a little bit.
Good evening.
That person really needs to shut up.
This week is the 1-year anniversary of the launch of the Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox One.
It is one of those things where last year was basically nothing anyone cared about except for Fallout Shelter and Doom.
And both of those things actually turned out well. Actually, Fallout 4 as well.
The console launched last June to the release of 3 critically acclaimed DLC game packs during the year. All of us.
But like it's interesting. It's like
But before I go any further, I want to take a moment and thank all of our fans.
It's interesting because it's like Fallout Shelter, Fallout 4, and like Doom all got like here they all are. And it's like look at all the awards that each of those games have won.
Yeah.
I remember last year, it's like people were shitting really hard, and it's like, well, yeah.
Best MMOG of 2015.
I'm not gonna lie, I had even I had my doubts with Doom, but here it is. I'm actually really happy that it's doing as good as it is right now.
Who have been exploring this enormous world of Tamriel. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the Elder Scrolls
Calm down! He's just saying PR stuff. How much are they paying you?
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the Elder Scrolls Online.
I know no one who plays this game. I'm sure they've improved it, but everything I've seen has never been like positive.
Yeah, that's all. That's the feeling I get too. Where it's just like, well, they say it's good, but I don't know if I should take their word on it.
Yeah.
What's up, Krebs? And the Crimson says, "Who knew anyway that those Scrolls Online would scream their lungs out?"
Yeah.
But well, we're not that people. Oh, did you hear that they just dropped information on the new Luso game?
Oh, did they?
Yep. Take a while to guess what the theme is.
The new one, I want to say.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's an anime.
Medieval Youth.
Close, but it's anime related.
Berserk?
Yep.
In.
Berserk got announced like, well, Berserk Musa, like, oh, there is PS3 as well, so it's like, yep, that might be the last game I buy on PS3. Unless I get PS4.
June 23rd, we'll be expanding
I
internationally
hope they
by
bring that
launching
over
Elder
here.
Scrolls Online in Japan. We look forward to welcoming these fellow adventurers.
Of course, I'm biased. Yeah, actually, we know more Final Fantasy 14 people than we know people that play Elder Scrolls Online combined.
One of my favorite moments.
Because I know you, Show, Morgan. Well, I'm talking about my people. I know you know a few people as well.
It was packed full of
that play Final
assassination
Fantasy
and intrigue,
14.
and like me, fans everywhere loved it.
Yeah, I've heard 14 got
So I'm
really. I
particularly
mean, I was part
excited
of
for
the
the launch
beta,
of the
but
Dark
like
Brotherhood
connection
DLC
never
game
worked for
pack
me
on
for some
Xbox
reason.
One and PlayStation 4 this Tuesday.
And thus I said, screw the game if I
In the
can't
Dark
do
Brotherhood
Connect.
DLC, you'll travel to another location from Oblivion, the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil. The Dark Brotherhood has an appropriately dark storyline full of intrigue and mystery, and brings all new repeatable quest gameplay to ESO. So, please enjoy.
And they're talking about how it got like
the
critically
debut
acclaimed
of
and
the
they have a
Dark
really strong
Brotherhood DLC
community.
launch trailer.
Yet, again, like you said, I know no one who plays this. And there's also the side point of like, anytime I see a news story about it, it's never like a positive news story. It's like, server's down again.
Send your child unto me. For the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. This is the Black Sacrament, Initiate. A contract that calls for murder. Now, go, assassin.
I mean, like, at least when they did the Old Republic DLC stuff, I know people who play Old Republic.
Be rewarded for your service. In our business of death.
It's because it's a grimdark game.
Welcome, Initiate,
Well,
to the Dark
the Dark Brotherhood should be.
And know this, in Tamriel, no one is safe.
Do you want to run around doing PK? This is the DLC for you.
Especially from us.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me.
Oh good, I wanted to get PK'd by some like level 35 assassin.
Remind me never to go into that place ever again. Calm down.
Our PC players are already having fun sneaking around Tamriel and learning more about this mysterious group. And we can't wait to see what happens
a
when
DLC
console
pack
players,
designed for
get to
PK
experience the
does
Dark
not
Brotherhood this week.
enthuse me about playing a game.
But that's not all. A core philosophy in the Elder Scrolls Online is to constantly make the game better. Since launch, we've regularly been adding innovative features such as the Justice System and the Champion System, and we're about to make another game changer. Tonight, we're announcing One Tamriel, marking another major evolution of gameplay in the Elder Scrolls Online. With One Tamriel, all characters will be automatically leveled to content in the world, allowing them to freely group with anyone they want, and also to explore the vast world of Tamriel with no level restrictions. This means all content barriers are gone and there are no restrictions on alliances or questing. From the moment you get out of the tutorial, the entire game world is open for you to explore freely.
This means there's no reason to play.
Play with whomever you
Yeah.
This is the first time this has ever been done in a multi-platform RPG. We'll think you'll love it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like that. I'm an RPGer. That bothers me.
I mean, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to mimic trying to mimic the experience of like Elder Scrolls. Where it's like you can go anywhere you want and stuff like that. But it's like I kind of like the fact that I like to earn my way to things. I don't want to be like a level 1 guy, even though they're gonna auto look at me. My skills are not gonna be good enough to handle like higher level like combat and stuff like that.
Thank you, Matt. Well done.
Yeah, you won't have. I mean, even if you're leveled, you're probably.
We want you to get as much as possible.
And it's one of those things where
out
this
of
would just
this
be
year's
the
showcase.
This is an excuse to get
this
advanced
year,
players
after
to
we're done here
tell
in the
their friends.
hangar,
No, now you can
we're
like
just
quest
going
with my
to keep the
team.
showcase going. Now,
You know,
for those
just
of you
stay in the
watching at
back
home,
with your
our
leather
pre-show
armor and
host,
dagger,
Adam Sessler
and
and Morgan Webb,
we'll
will be
beat the
back to
missions,
take
get
over
you a
the
bunch of
stream, and they'll
experience, so
bring you
eventually you'll be up
exclusive
with us.
interviews and more information about all the
Yeah,
games
so
that
it's
we're
like,
talking about here tonight. Here in Los Angeles, we've built an interactive space over on the other side of the lot where you have a chance to learn more about our games, play some of them, and meet some of our developers. Over there is
they're so
also food,
charismatic.
drink, and to make sure it's a real party, we have a range of special performance by Blink-182, who will drop their new album.
What?
Who will drop their new album, California, in a couple of weeks, and you get to hear them live tonight as they start their summer tour. Now we have another treat for you over there as well.
They're still alive!
The latest in virtual reality from Bethesda. Ooh.
VR.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Now we have another treat for you over there.
Now the first
By
time
the way,
anyone
mentioning
experienced
Blink-182
modern
was
VR,
like back when
was at E3 2012.
Activision
And if you were
press
there and
conference
lucky
years
enough,
ago,
you may remember
and they were
getting to play
announcing
Doom 3 BFG in our booth. Now at
Guitar
the time,
Hero, like
we had solved some
including
of the
a
toughest
brand new game,
technology
Guitar Hero
challenges
Metallica.
posed by VR, and people were amazed. Since then,
And the guy's
we've
clearly
quietly
waiting, thinking it's
continued
going to be
our
huge
pioneering
applause
work in
there,
VR,
and like
and
it
tonight,
just does like the
we
cough
want you
thing
to
and like
see
continues.
and experience
Yeah, it's like, well,
what
and
you
that's
feel when you put on a
Blink-182.
headset and play the
Blink-182.
latest
Are we supposed to clap for
AAA
that? I
games
think
in
so.
the industry.
Okay.
We have 2 games
They're alive?
to experience.
They're
The
together?
first
I thought they
is
broke
the
up.
just released Doom. You can take
We're
a
together
virtual
again
tour of
because
hell
money,
and get a
but they're still
totally
not a good
unique
band.
look at the very latest in graphics and
Oh,
true
this is
next-gen
interesting.
rendering from our
They're gonna have a
Apex
VR
system.
version of Doom.
In addition, we think the greatest promise of VR is its ability to immerse players completely into virtual worlds, and that the best games for that experience will be first-person open-world RPGs. So we have Fallout 4 for you to play as well.
Huh.
You are completely wrong. The best promise of VR
Wander the
is having
Wasteland,
sex
check
with
out
whoever
the
you want
iconic
virtually.
Red Rocket, try combat.
Yeah, give me Skyrim.
Pip-Boy on your
Let me
arm,
have
dog
sex.
by your
Let me
side,
shag with a
gun in your
monster.
hand. It's pretty incredible.
Let me shag
Tonight,
with
we're
one
pleased to
of those
announce
like cat people.
that Fallout
Yeah,
4
that's what I want to
will
do.
be released in 2017 on the HTC Vive platform. And if you thought survival mode was an intense
Yeah, my
way to
video froze.
experience Fallout, you ain't seen nothing yet. We want to give you a glimpse into where we're headed with VR, where you can expect us to remain a leader, offering our games on the very best platforms you choose. So be sure to check it out. Now, for more on the second half of the showcase, let's check in with Adam and Morgan to see what's happening and get an update on what they have planned. Adam, Morgan, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Pete. Now, we are here at BE3+, and this is sort of this experience that you guys are going to get to see after the showcase. We have some Bethesda VR over here. Now, right now there's no line, so that's kind of tempting, isn't it?
So taking advantage of that. And over here, Elder Scrolls Legends, for everyone to play. Pete, I fully expect to see you at one of these tables showing off that card mastery skill I know you possess.
Now, in here, we're actually, Adam and I are actually going to be
So yeah,
interviewing
VR doesn't
some
interest me at all.
developers that you guys just saw their games on
I remember when
stage,
3D
so we're gonna
TVs
have
were
a
going to
lot
be a
more
thing,
information
and
for you. So everybody on the
weren't.
stream needs to stay tuned for
and
that.
they just made me
after the
nauseous
showcase.
every time I looked at
Lots
them.
of good info, but for the moment, let's go back to Pete and even
And I
more.
feel like VR is one of those things that's been super
Thank you,
expensive,
Adam
never
Morgan.
really
We will
catch
see you
on.
guys in a few minutes.
But then
we are not
that thing
going
Microsoft
anywhere
showed up
just
last
yet
year that
because
like
there is one
made
more
like the
thing that we
holograms and
think you
crap.
are going to want to see.
If that can ever
Last
get
year, we
it
announced
cheap
that a
enough,
sequel
that
to
would be amazing.
Dishonored was in development, marking a new chapter to the Game of the Year from Arcane Studios. We shared a few tidbits about the sequel, but for the most part, you could say we've been in stealth mode. Until now. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Dishonored 2 is going to be a very special game, one that lives up to its celebrated legacy and then goes way beyond. To tell you more, please join me in welcoming the creative director of Dishonored 2, Harvey Smith.
I don't know. Right now, it's like I just kind of get excited for this game. I don't know what.
Wow. Thanks,
I never
Pete.
played the original,
Hi, everybody.
so.
In Dishonored, you play a supernatural assassin in a steampunk city. The game blends combat, stealth, and mobility, giving you many different pathways and approaches. When the original Dishonored
Oh,
was
so it's a different
released
guy.
in 2012,
Yeah.
you embraced the game and made it your own. You discovered moves and combinations of powers that we didn't even imagine. We were thrilled by your passion for Dishonored, and we were humbled by the success of the game, which won more
almost
than
like
100
Deus Ex.
Game of the Year awards.
Yeah, that's why it's like, can I play,
Last year's
like I would
E3,
rather play Deus Ex
we
than
announced
this.
Dishonored 2. So tonight,
Yeah, I like the
here with
Cyberpunk
all
setting
of
a bit
you
more,
for the
too.
first time, we're going to
Not
show
just that,
you
it's a
the
better
game.
game. Like better game, period. It's like I would rather play that because it's like it's a marginally better game in my opinion, at least.
Dishonored 2. So tonight, here with all of you for the first time, we're going to show you the game.
Welcome back to the Empire of the Isles, a rich, Victorian-inspired fantasy world with a distinct style and an exotic cast of characters. For Dishonored 2, we wanted to explore a new location, Karnaca, the jewel of the
Welcome
South.
back to the Empire of the Isles.
Our approach to world creation is very layered. Our art and design teams work together to create a strong sense of place with a well-realized culture.
For Dishonored 2,
It's based on the people living there, the work they do, the architecture, economy, the climate, even the food and
Our approach
songs.
to world creation is very layered. Our art and design teams work together to create a strong sense of place with a well-realized culture. Based on the people living there, the work they do, the architecture, economy, the climate, even the food and songs.
Where's the game? Show me the game.
In order to bring Karnaca to life,
Well,
we've
this
created
is
a
just a
custom
little-
game engine designed to support our
adult gameplay
signature
at the
art
very end.
direction and level design. We
That's all I
wanted
want.
Dishonored
Show me
2
the
to resemble a
fucking game.
painting in motion. So we've
Don't
given
show off their
considerable thought
graphics
to our
or
lighting
anything.
and the way it plays across every surface.
Very proud of
We've
you.
created custom tools to support the
Good
interruptible,
points.
real-time narrative scenes necessary for a stealth simulation. And the same is true for our approach to audio, both in terms of atmospherics and stealth gameplay. All of these details make Karnaca more vivid thanks to our new technology, which we call the Void Engine.
Scenes necessary for a stealth simulation. And the same is true for our approach to audio, both in terms of atmospherics and stealth gameplay. All of these details make Karnaca more vivid thanks to our new technology, which we call the Void Engine.
In crafting spaces for you to explore, we've got several creative goals. We want the environment to feel coherent and complete, plausible. Where do these characters live and how do they get to work? Is there a viable pathway that makes sense? Where do they take their breaks or stop for lunch? But it goes further than that. For Dishonored 2, we felt compelled to ask ourselves about the history of a given street or shop. What was there a decade before the player arrives in Karnaca? Often you can see the layers of history, watermarks on the wall from past floods, peeling posters and advertisements from years ago. We want every market, every alley to tell a story, and offer you the chance to see something novel or intriguing.
The layers of history, watermarks on the wall from past floods, peeling posters and advertisements from years ago. We want every market, every
Dishonored
alley
2
to tell
starts
a
and ends
story,
in Dunwall,
and
but most of the
offer
action
you the
takes
chance to
place
see something
This
here
seems like the
in
kind of
Karnaca.
OCD thing I'd love to be a part of.
Yeah, but it's just like they're not
Work.
selling. They're not selling to me correctly. That's the problem.
Right, there you go.
And
Your
like, so
first
that's
look
not
at
to me, I want
Dishonored
to work
2.
on like this game. I didn't say I want to play it.
Thank you.
I want to like
on behalf
do that
of all
whole
my
thing with
teammates at
like, all
Arcane
the
and Leon who worked so
backstory
hard
of
to bring
everything.
this
Like, oh,
to
this
you,
is the
and
street
my
where they
dear
run
friend
the
Rafael
yearly
Colantonio,
parade
thank
on
you
the
so
27th
much
of
for
March,
all the passion you've given the
where
game.
they celebrate the birth of
In the
Prince
first
such
Dishonored
and such
game, you
from
played
200
Corvo
years ago.
Atano, falsely accused of killing the Empress,
Yeah.
the
Yes,
woman he loved and was sworn
it was
to
all just pretty
protect.
artwork.
And you
Thank
were
you.
blamed for the abduction of their daughter, Emily Caldwin. After escaping on the night of his execution, Corvo is gifted with supernatural powers and dedicates himself to avenging the death of the Empress and restoring young Emily to the throne. As we began to work on Dishonored 2, a single question haunted us. What became of Emily Caldwin? How would her experiences affect her, and what kind of ruler would she become? We envisioned Emily grown up,
as we began to work on Dishonored 2,
25 years of age, and then we began to imagine what she'd be like as a heroic figure, as someone fighting for her life against the forces of deceit. We developed a vision for Emily Caldwin that excited us, and at E3 last year, we shared that vision with the world.
And then we began to imagine what she'd be
Dishonored
like as a
2 is
heroic
set
figure.
15 years after the first game.
Someone
Emily
fighting
Caldwin
for her life
rules the
against the
Empire,
forces
watched
of
over by her father, Corvo Atano.
We developed a vision for Emily Caldwin that excited us, and at E3 last year, we shared that vision with the world. Dishonored 2 is set 15 years after the first game. Emily Caldwin rules the Empire, watched over by her
We're going
father.
through a difficult time, but today we honor my
Spoilers?
mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the crown killer eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination's titles years ago.
I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops. The ceremony will be over soon.
When an otherworldly usurper seizes the throne, the fate of the Empire is left hanging in the balance. Dishonored 2 offers you the choice of playing as Empress Emily Caldwin or the Royal Protector, Corvo Atano.
Excitement!
Emily and Corvo are both fully
Yeah,
voiced this time, with their own perspectives
do
and
something
emotional
else with this
responses
game.
to
Come
the
on.
events transpiring around them. Whether you choose to play,
If the
whether you
Crimson
choose to
says,
play, you've got to
spoilers,
flee down
Emily's
while
got
you're home
dunked though.
and travel to Karnaca in order to unravel the threads of a conspiracy.
She does have a
and
nice.
take
She does
back
have nice
what's
assets.
yours.
They did work. They did work it really well. I'll say Captain Tight Pants over here when we saw her.
To the captain of that ship.
You've got to flee down while you're home and travel to Karnaca in order to unravel the threads of a conspiracy and take back.
You know another thing is they did this game better when it was called Assassin's Creed.
Dishonored is
I was
known
thinking
for
that too.
unscripted simulation
Am I-
missions where no
like-
two players ever have the same
I'm not fucking insane. Thank you.
Assassin's
There are many
Creed,
pathways
and a
to
huge
explore as you
fan
penetrate
of like
well-defended
Mirror's
locations.
Edge, and was
Many,
like, I need to make a
numerous
game
ways
that's
to
both of these
find and
combined.
eliminate
And like,
nefarious
that
targets.
sounds awesome. I
In
can't wait to
crafting
never
the
play
missions
it.
for Dishonored 2,
Yeah.
we've put a much
And it
greater
literally
emphasis
is like even I'm
on
like
big,
ah.
interesting themes,
This
either
works
from a
if it was
gameplay
another
or
game.
fictional standpoint, making each mission a
Not
wildly
this.
unique place to explore.
If it was third person, I
I'll
might be able
explain
to
a
get
little
into
bit
it.
more about that.
I just
Today
first
we're going to
person
show you the Dust
hardcore
District,
always-
an industrial
always, like,
ruin ravaged
throws
by
off my sense of
terrible storms
orientation.
that
I
hit
end up
at
getting
random
lost or
intervals.
killed or whatever.
Or both.
In the Dust District, a militant religious faction called the Overseers is at war with the Howler Gang. The leaders of both factions are trying to take each other down. You can side with the Overseers or the Howlers or neither. There are many ways to complete the mission.
By the way, I made the spoiler joke about the main character being her father when he was the Queen's lover, but I'm like, who wouldn't have seen that coming?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I'm sure if I played the game within the first 5 minutes, I'm like, and she's his daughter.
Everything you see here is rendered in the void.
I mean,
engine,
it's kind of cool that you
designed to
can play
create
as either the daughter or
atmospheric
the
and
father, and
exploration-rich
probably have a
spaces.
slightly different play experience based on what you choose. But this isn't winning me over. Like, I didn't play the first one. This isn't making me go, I need to jump into the second.
Designed to create atmospheric and exploration.
Have we really become that cynical?
Vice Overseer Byrne, we've got to get past
no, because even like looking at this, nothing about this is exciting. Like remember when we showed off
a cool security device reinstated by the
crazy and beautiful everything was when we first saw Skyrim?
Yeah.
Or when we saw Doom for the first time? And I'm looking at this kind of like, this doesn't look like any, this looks like every other game out there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Crimson...
Obviously, it's because it's a first-person shooter, or first-person melee combat, and it just doesn't... Nothing screams unique or special about this game to me. It just... It feels like a filler while they're waiting to make the next, you know,
Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls something the same. No, but Ed Crimson says, I know they said Watch Dogs 2 would be different, but not this different. Good point, Ed. Good point.
You see, like, what's this point in terms of, like, trailers and gameplay and stuff? We saw the stuff for the new version of Prey, and it's just this weird, like, Groundhog Day thing happening. You're seeing all this weird technological stuff, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. And then they're like, yeah, you're trapped on the ship.
Dust.
See, I hate doing this kind of stuff in a game, because I can never... Judging distance, sometimes it's really difficult.
The thing is, like, the reason why this game kind of rubbed me the wrong way is just like, you know, I don't know, like I don't know. It's just like when I first heard about this game, it's just like I heard through some other people, you know, less desirable people. And it's like, I won't mention names because I don't want to give any kind of promotion to these people, but it's just like, well, if you like it, then I sure as hell not gonna support it.
There'll be a lot going on in this next fight. Drop attack, guards climbing and vaulting, combat choke, and Emily using...
It's no one bad, but it's just like, so it's one of those things like, no...
Toward her from
no, I know that is. Just people who, like, you hear, I'm really into this game, and you go, then I should probably just stay away.
Yeah.
But again, if this was third person, this would just be Assassin's Creed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Spike thing, she's holding a sword, she's stealth killing people. Oh my gosh, that totally wasn't a leap of faith.
But see, it's different. She has a gun.
Sorry, just stabbing it downward causes the guy to fly off the ledge.
Alright, let's jump forward closer to our target, Vice Overseer Byrne.
Slow-paced
The
combat.
Overseers are fighting the Howler Gang for the hearts and minds of the people of
melee
Karnaca.
attacks.
What happens here will influence Karnaka's future and the end games.
And butt shooting. Lots of butt shooting.
The Overseers are fighting the Howler Gang for the hearts and minds of the people of Karnaka.
Here we're going to use Emily's Mesmerize power to lull a group of Overseers into a stupor, evading combat altogether.
That moment when you go, you know, they call it Karnaka, which I guess is better than them calling it Albion, but at the same time, like, Karnaka sounds like it should be a town in Skyrim, or Tamriel somewhere, you know, and not like the name of a country.
I wonders if like the big plot was this is like, you know, the Elder Scrolls universe, like millions of years evolved.
Not only to pull objects from
I'd be
distance,
fine
but
with
also
that.
enemies, so you can finish them off.
Like, surprise! Here's you have Dovahkiin powers. Like, wait, I can do that in this game? What?
It's one of those ones I always talked about, where if I ran a game company, I would make every game, regardless of the genre, in the same universe. So, like, if you're playing like a fighting game, it's just like the modern age of that same world. But if you're playing an RPG, you're in like the medieval times of that world.
If you're new to the Dishonored series, it's all
and
about
every time I tell people that,
options
they're like, I don't like
and
that. I'm
exploration,
like, why don't you like that? I think it'd be really awesome if everything was just tied together.
through each mission.
You got characters who are vaguely related to other characters, or you know, certain cities. You can just see how they evolve and change over the various games.
Powers that
Yeah.
will dramatically change the
I
experience.
like that idea though, but it's like, I don't know.
We're very close to Vice Overseer Byrne's office now.
Pathways through each mission, and also different approaches, stealth or combat, lethal or non-lethal, and a wider range of.
And I don't know what it is about Dishonored that just makes me not give a crap. But you know, we've been going through all this gameplay, and I can't even get my heart rate, if anything, may have slowed down watching this.
Byrne is giving a briefing.
Yeah, I'm like more preoccupied finishing this Lego thing than I am with this game. But it's like, well,
yeah,
you kind of screws this.
Whatever happens to one of them will happen to all of them. They share.
Go
the
for it,
same
man.
fate.
I want pizza.
I'm so burned out from not sleeping last night.
Well, we don't have. Well, the thing is, we got this. And we're gonna run back up EA, which I saw some of the things they showed off EA. But I was in the middle of being in the hospital at the time, so I was like, I didn't want to waste all my battery power.
Yeah.
By the way, everything checks out. It was when I assumed when my mom I was telling my mom, I have an ear infection. She's like, oh, you're lying. You're lying. I'm like, I have an ear infection.
See, now it's just feeling
There are
like
many
a
creative
Bioshock.
ways to use Domino.
Yeah.
Now
But
we're
I'd
gonna
rather
show
just
you
play
Shadow
Bioshock.
Walk, another key.
Yeah, I'd rather play Bioshock too. Shit, I want to play Bioshock.
It's like it's just one of those things where I'm like,
Shadow Walk is used for
You're using better game design of better
trailer
games,
that
and
we
I'd
made for
rather
the
play
game,
the
and
better
you can
games in
fully
those
use it in the
in
game.
that instance.
Like all the powers, it can be upgraded in a
yeah,
variety
Like
it's
Assassin's
like the
Creed,
whole movie
with Vice Overseer Byrne out of the
of,
picture,
you know,
the
never
leader of the Howlers
remind
will
the
owe Emily
viewer
a
of a
favor,
better movie
and
in the
that's
course
just
of your
one way
movie.
to complete
That's
everything in this just made me go, you know what? I do want to play Assassin's Creed
Before
again.
closing
I do want to
today,
play Bioshock
we want to
again.
demonstrate another
It's not
signature
making me say I
environment from a
need to play
mission
Dishonored.
called A Crack in the Slab.
In fact, if
It's
anything, it reminds me
another
of Mirror's Edge,
example
and I
of the
hated
missions in
Mirror's Edge.
Dishonored 2 and how they're built around big, interesting
Because
themes.
that parkour running in the
This
shitty
mission
combat.
takes place in a ruined manor that's
Half the
been
time you're
sealed
just
for
trying to
several years.
you can either
At the start,
make your way through the
the
level
outsider
and beat
appears
it,
and explains
or
that
you can look
reality
for
was
stuff and
warped
get
inside
killed,
this
but you
place
can't do both.
after an occult event. Your supernatural
Game
powers
blows
won't
ass.
work inside the manor, and even time
I was gonna
behaves
say,
strangely,
I was gonna say
allowing
something
you to
because like
travel
you
back
made a
and
good
forth
point.
between the ruined
It's like that's the same thing that happened with
when the manor
that's
was
the reason
lavish
why
and refined.
I didn't like writing wise. That's why I didn't like Star Trek Into Darkness. It did that exact thing. It's like, guess what? Here's
Here we're in the present.
like
when the manor
you know, all these
is
whole
ruined.
modules are doing to Star Trek 2. Like, you know, why don't you go watch Star Trek? It's like I would rather go watch Star Trek 2 than see you guys like desecrate such a beautiful movie.
It's like me playing Darksiders, and I'm like, oh man, this is like God of War meets Legend of Zelda, but I'd rather play God of War or Legend of Zelda. Like them to combine, look, Mark Hamill can't save Darksiders 2. Just find the game kind of boring, and I don't find it fun, and it's repetitive as all else.
Looking through the lenses of the outsider's timepiece, you can see
Yep,
the alternate
this is excitement,
timeline.
folks.
This is useful for solving puzzles, as you've seen.
Look at this rich
but it can also
world
be
with
used to
its
avoid or take down
doors.
enemies. You can watch enemies in the alternate timeline
And they're
then
locked.
step through to execute your plans.
Of the outsider's timepiece, you can see the alternate timeline. This is solving puzzles, as you've seen. It can also
Oh
be
my
used
god,
to-
but it's some of these things backwards.
You can watch enemies in the alternate timeline and then step through to execute your plans.
Egg on my fucking face.
But you like it now?
No. I said I've been building this Lego set backwards.
Oh. I couldn't hear the first part.
You didn't hear me say, "Oh, I built it backwards."
The same time backwards, there's egg on my face. I'm like, oh yeah, the time travel mechanic totally makes this game worth it.
No, not even that. I think that actually makes it worse. Like, I would now rather fucking play I was like Skyrim. No, it makes me want to play Bioshock.
On it, and you don't
Yeah.
have to wait long. All of you can leave your mark
Yes,
on
I'd
the
rather play
Empire of
Bioshock.
the Isles.
Yeah, at this point, if we're going to talk about time travel
because
first-person
Dishonored 2
shooters, can I
will
please
release
play
on
Time
PlayStation
Splitters? Or
4,
can we get
the
into Time
Xbox One, and
Splitters?
PC
Yeah.
November 11th, 2016.
Someone announced Time Splitters 5.
But before I go, I've got one more thing for you.
Wait, did 4 ever come out?
This is the worldwide
No, I got-
launch of the Dishonored 2
Yeah, 4 got
gameplay
canceled.
trailer. You're
So
seeing
either
got
it
canceled.
first.
or reboot Time Splitters. Someone do that. Get on that.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want you. If you guys are gonna make it dark and gritty, I want you guys to do it dark and gritty with like your hands down your fucking pants. You know what I mean? Where it's like if you're gonna do this game dark and gritty, I want you guys to like totally go like balls to the wall, like insane with like how it is.
Yeah.
Cause it's like that's the only way I'll have any kind of joy if you guys make fun of all those like serious reboots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Time Splitters would be a great place to really make fun of all the tropes.
Yeah.
Hell, if you really wanted to play it right, you go full on like the Deadpool game, where just at a certain point it just becomes like DOS type first-person shooter, where you can't look up or anything like that. It's like, what happened? It's like reality's shifted. I was like, I'm in a damn DOS game.
Yeah, the game starts you off. You have to like type in all your commands. Oh, piss off everyone. Piss off everybody under the age of like 30. Oh my god! It's like you have to type in all your commands like run that. One.headshot.exe.
I feel good that one of my friends also tried to convince me to play the original. He didn't play it. He was like, "This seems like a game you'd really like," and I just looked at the trailer and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good right now too.
And I'm like, yeah, I made the right choice. By the way, anachronistic music with this whole setting doesn't work. Like, when they used anachronistic music to promote, like, Unity, Assassin's Creed Unity, and they had the Lord version of Everyone Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah.
That kind of worked, because that has a present-day timeline thing going, too, and it kind of worked for the theme of that whole series. This is like, we got some indie chick band who's going to play, like, some modern music to our, like, steampunk magic assassin game.
Yeah.
And look, if I want to play a steampunk game, I'd rather
Very
be playing
excited
a new
about
Valkyria
Dishonored 2.
Chronicles.
Can I please have another round of applause for the very shy and took
Because
off
Valkyria
Harvey
Chronicles
Smith
is the type of steampunk I like. Because it has tanks.
and everyone
And they
at
got big
Arcane
movies in that
Studios.
game.
Those guys are
They
fantastic.
have big
They've been
movies.
working their butts
I
off.
like her.
Now, one of the things that Dishonored fans have been asking about a lot
Sexy blue-haired lady.
is whether or not
Yeah.
we're going to do a collector's edition.
Yeah, we get some
I'm
awesome
happy
characters
to
in that
confirm
game, those
yes,
games.
we
Like
will be
Conan
doing a
O'Brien.
limited number of Dishonored 2 collector's editions.
That's still my favorite. It's like, well, it's not really him, but man, does it look like him.
Mask, as well as Emily's
But I like
ring,
being able to
and it'll be
customize my
available
team and
through retailers around the
do
globe,
that thing I
but
love doing
supplies
with
are limited.
XCOM, actually,
You
which is
saw with
headcanon
Fallout 4
backstories
last
for these
year,
characters.
and you know who you are.
Yeah.
They go out
Because like you'll
quickly.
get characters
So,
and you'll see their
if you want
traits,
one,
and you
I
go, you know what, my
suggest that you
backstory for you
pre-order
is you
one
came up from
before
a
they
small
all go
town, and you
away.
never,
Also,
you were a
if you
farmer,
pre-order
and
or digitally
this and that. So when that character
any
dies, you're
version
like,
of
no,
Dishonored 2
Billy, you
for
need
a
to go
limited
back to
time
the
only,
farm.
You actually nuzlocke it.
of Dishonored Definitive Edition, which includes the original critically acclaimed game plus all of the add-on content remastered.
You can hear the
for
excitement in my
current
voice
generation
promoting the
of
special
consoles.
edition.
Cool. Now,
Even the people are kind of burnt out by it because like you don't hear that screaming screaming maniac woman anymore.
There are wonderfully talented,
Right
dedicated
there
people
is the
working
point that they
hard
know they
every
have very
day to
little
build
faith in their
games that
franchise.
thrill and
When they go,
inspire
if
all
you
of us.
pre-order the
And I wanna
game,
take a
we'll give you
moment
the
to
first
recognize
game,
and thank the
the
entire
complete
Bethesda
edition.
team and all of our studios.
Please
If
buy
you
our
take a
game.
look, you'll see teams from all over the world who are joining us now. Would you please welcome me? Would you please join me in thanking them all for their
Most of those people are
incredible and
dead.
dedicated work?
And the others are Zenimax.
Yeah, well, I know one of them is Mikami's team. So, Shinji Mikami, guys,
Thank you very
he's
much.
in
That was
he's in that montage, guys.
So, from Quake Champions to Dishonored 2, from The Elder Scrolls Legends to Prey, plus all of the new content for Doom, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 4,
That was kind of
Fallout
cool of them,
Shelter,
though, to just have all the
and
teams
the
on
latest in
camera.
virtual reality gaming. It should be another big year for Bethesda. Now, this has already been a great night, and we want to commemorate this moment and give you guys something special to remember it by. So for all of you here in Los Angeles, when you leave tonight, you'll get a special T-shirt.
Woo! T-shirt! Free shirt! Free shirt! Free
Commemorating
shirt!
this event and all of the games that we've shown. And for those of you watching the stream at home, Adam and Morgan have T-shirts to give away, so keep watching for a chance to get yours.
How about no?
And that is everything we have to show you from this stage. So if you're here with me in the hangar, you can head over to the
Wow.
other side of the lot. If you're watching online, don't go anywhere. Adam and Morgan are about
Oh, I'm
to
gonna
take
go
the second
somewhere,
half of
alright.
the stream. For the rest of
We're
our
gonna do
showcase,
another
from all of us at
one of these
Bethesda,
damn press
thank you all so
conferences.
much for playing our games and joining us. That's it
Yeah,
for
if I have to
me.
get to
Have a
Adam and
great
Morgan,
night.
I'm gonna have to
Adam
crack open a
Morgan,
couple
take it away.
beers.
I mean, yeah, it's like, I guess, like you said, it's like, well, they're irrelevant once.
Yeah. I like them because they were like the jerk
thank you
game
so much,
reviewers. I
Pete.
kind of dug
Hello,
that.
everyone. I am Adam Sussler.
But now they lost a lot. But they lost a lot of their luster.
BE3 Plus for about the next hour, interviewing the developers
They know
behind
not
the
to trust
games
your
you
opinions.
just saw. That's Prey, Dishonored 2, Quake Champions to
All
Doom,
right.
Fallout, and so much
Alrighty,
more.
so-
We'll be bringing you exclusive
There was a
info
time I'm gonna
straight from the
close
source.
this
But
stream.
do not forget to
Yeah,
follow us
close
on
that-
Twitter.
close that out.
Bethesda, and using the
My
hashtag
bad.
BE3.
Morgan went
We even have a
once
very
on
cool
an episode of
T-shirt for
X-Play.
anyone.
They did the whole like, "What's your favorite game?" question, and she said, "Default answer, Phantasy Star 3." I'm like, Damn it, Morgan, because that's in my top 5 games of all time. Earn some points with that one. That is a good answer. I love Phantasy Star 3. It is one of my favorite RPGs. And I like that that's the default answer. So it might not be her #1 favorite, but it's just the easy go-to that she can always pop into her head immediately. Like for me, that's Secret of Mana is my go-to. Secret of Mana is one of my favorite RPGs. I know a lot of people crap on it. I don't care. I love it. And yeah, Phantasy Star 3 being on that list too, because I love my generational games. And that's just something, I love the idea of that. Although, as pointed out by many of my friends over the years, it's like, you get really, really, like, eugenics when it comes to generational games. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's because I want to maximize my characters as best as possible. And so sometimes you just got to hook up 2 characters you don't ship just because you want their children to be badass. But at least in Phantasy Star 3, like, the route you chose, whoever you decided to marry, did alter the story significantly. I mean, in the end, you're still taking on Dark Force and saving the world, but, like, the first choice makes a huge difference for the rest of the game. Because if you marry the woman that your father wants you to marry, then you basically keep good relations if you're with the royal family, and you can still go back to the castle from part 1, from the first generation, and you can explore the castle from the second generation and stuff like that. If you go the other route and marry the woman who is the foreigner that you're trying to rescue in the first generation, all the castles in that like whole region are basically hostile towards you because you're no longer considered like one of them. You're considered because, or rather, your father probably is, but the character you play as is not considered like a member of that society. And I actually really liked that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, if you turn against your people and marry the outsider, then your children and their children are seen as outsiders and not seen as part of this other nation. I dig that. It was just a little story difference, but enough to really make an impact.
All right.
Versus if like you play most of the Argest War games, and while I do enjoy the Argest War games, the choices you make almost no difference. I mean, the character stats and stuff, yes, but I mean, in terms of story, it doesn't impact the story in any real way, with minor exceptions for trying to get like the best ending and stuff like that, where there's like all the canon pairings you're supposed to use, which are a bitch and a half to unlock depending on the game you're playing.
We'll start off with a look
it's
at
like,
what
oh, you need to win this many
Titanfall
battles, and you need to
multiplayer.
use this character in combat this many times, and you need to answer the questions and stuff this specific way. And I was like, But hey, we got through Bethesda. Yay for us.
First time.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the press conference for EA here so we can actually watch it, but there's so many of these links.
Yeah. Sort it out. I'm gonna do a little cleanup.
Yeah, go for it.
Back in a couple minutes.
So everybody's still here. How y'all doing? How you doing this evening? How you enjoying the E3 weekend? You know, I got something to get off my chest here while we're here. One of the things I've been kind of annoyed with as of late, just it's just the fact is like it's becoming more rampant that people are a little bit what's a good way of saying this? So they're more cynical about video games now, and I'm like making fun of video games in general. It's just like, you know, it's not really necessary nowadays. It's just fucking video games. And, you know, mock us. It's just like, you know, we know this sucks. We know it's like, but you know, I get this impression too. It's just like, you know, like I don't know. I get this impression from some people. It's just like, you know, look, he's like. It's an old mentality still. It's like, you know, we still can't shake out the fucking mentality that, you know, I'm a fucking stupid dork for liking video games, and it's like, you know, whatever. Can't really fix that already. It's just like, well, it's the crimson mark that I have now. It just kind of pisses me off that now that's sort of like, even like, you know, that's sort of what we have now. It's just like,
And I'm back.
Alright, I left you a link on the Facebook.
Alrighty. Ugh, everything hurts.
The good news is we got this press conference, and after that, we'll if depending if they do stream it or not, what's I'm gonna call it? What's the name of the company right now? I'm blanking on it. There's a Kadokawa after this.
Okay.
So we get to see some Japanese games. Apparently, the big rumor going around is that they're actually gonna bring one of the fake games to United States.
All right.
So, let's see what happens. Anyway, I left you a link right there. Let's see how you feel.
Yep, I clicked into it.
Alright, so it's already started?
Yeah, it's just on that little waiting screen thing.
Yeah, it's in there for like a couple minutes. There's supposed to be an intro by what's his face, by Peter Moore, but just, well, I guess this guy didn't get the capture or anything like that. So
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I just plan like whatever too. I'm like, we still gotta do this shit tomorrow.
Yeah, but it gives me something to take my mind off of everything else.
True. That's just still it's like I just kind of want to curl up in a ball and cry sometimes.
You and me both, man.
Well, listen, the good news is I'm not alone in that sentiment.
Exhausted. There might be mice running around my house, and everything in this household right now is my responsibility for the next 6 more nights.
Yeesh.
And I feel better if I actually slept last night. Obviously.
Well, after this, since we gotta wake up very early tomorrow, just get some rest. Just call it a night after this. After we're done, make sure you get some rest after that.
I'll be in like paranoia mode.
Huh?
Well, I'll be in paranoia mode for most of this night, so I don't even know how well I'll sleep tonight.
Ugh.
I was talking to my mom about it. He was like, yeah, tonight you're not going to sleep particularly well, but you should at least get some sleep. And if it's quiet, then tomorrow night you should sleep a lot better. I was like, yeah, there's that. Because there should still be some poison in the walls, and now that I've blocked up that damaged drywall, things should be better. My general plan is to, if I can just survive through this week, get done with this house sitting, then I'm going somewhere. I don't care. I will find a place where I will stay for like 2-3 days and just not at all have to worry about responsibilities of the household or rodents or anything. Whether it means I crash on my mom's couch or head down to one of my friends in the San Diego, with the place of one of my friends in the northern San Diego area. So I know you're in the most southern of San Diego's you can get.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Where I literally will be in Tijuana at that point. So it's like, yeah, I'm already preemptively saying that I'm already living there already. So.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, why isn't this press conference started? We're giving this guy, whoever the hell had made this video, so much promotion. I don't even know this guy.
Oh, I got it. I got it started with some dude at 3 minutes and 51 seconds in.
350?
Yeah, I just got to 350. What number are you at? So they're talking about Titanfall.
There you go.
Okay, I am at 415. As long as you're at or around 415, we're generally synced.
All right. I'm at 419.
I'm about 430, so there's probably about 10 seconds difference between us.
That's fine.
Yeah, not that big a deal.
And I'm like, I just don't get this over with, to be honest. Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
I just have a lot of difficulty getting excited about first-person shooters. This seems like one of those games I'd probably have a lot of fun watching a really good player play. Probably would suck at if I played.
Actually, one of the guys that I know that helps us promote the stream and stuff like that. His name is Lee Majors. He's really good at this game. The first game, he's really good at this game. Oh my God! Stop buffering! Alright, I see some of you guys asking about Kadokawa. I have a question for you guys. Where do you guys don't have a link where as to like where they're doing the press conference at?
Backed by the depth and variety our fans have been asking for. This includes 6 new Titans, each with their own unique combat abilities, expanded pilot gameplay, more customization options, and a deep progression system. And of course, super smooth play that we've always delivered. Prior to launch, we'll be holding a
Is there any way you guys can provide me a link to the press conference?
Play the multiplayer test, go to Titanfall.com and sign up to get all the... Now, for the 4 people that didn't see the leak this morning. And if you know this, sing along with me. I'm excited to confirm single player! So we'll be adding a full, offline playable campaign to Titanfall 2. It'll be crafted to dive deeper into the Titanfall universe. Bond between pilot and Titan.
No, I mean, well, yeah, I know the link was there, but I'm looking for the link. It's like I'll see like if they're gonna stream it, if they are.
To PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Thank you, everyone.
Your data recorder says you were
Original pilot was KIA. Check number.
Who authorized this?
What's your time on your video?
7:42. If I gotta go back, I'll scroll back. Where are you at?
Hold on. I'm at 7 something.
Okay, I just paused at 7:55.
Okay. Okay, start.
Protocol 1. Link to pilot.
Hey, stop Optimus Prime.
Protocol
Yeah, I was
2.
just thinking that too.
Uphold the mission. Protocol 3.
BT!
Protect the pilot.
I do like the fact that they are focusing on multiplayer, on single player now.
Yeah.
The last game.
What? So that's kind of. I didn't realize the Titans had an AI.
Yeah.
Stand by for Titanfall.
As far as the Kadokawa press conference goes, it's gonna be at 9:30. It's gonna be in about an hour, hour and a half. So I'm talking to people in the chat. So if you guys want to stick around as we watch this press conference before that starts, so.
Yeah, I'll step in and do that one. Hell yeah. That'll actually make me excited about something.
Yeah. Hey, it's sports ball.
Like we should be watching this with Miguel. I heard he's in Vegas right now. For some reason. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, this is the thing with EA, is that a lot of it is just downtime where I'm just going to play a mobile game. It's like, now we're going to talk about Madden, and like, is it the exact same game it's been for the last, like, 20 years? It is? Okay then, cool, thanks.
Pretty much, yeah.
And nothing against Madden, my older brother plays Madden. I have nothing against the game or anyone who plays it. It's just one of those things where I'm like...
I wish I was more coordinated. By the way, props to the classic ones that are playing NBA 2K16. They can't play worth shit. I like to make that note that at least the greatest of all champions can have. Even gods themselves are not that good.
Xbox One, and as always, the game looks incredible. This year, Madden lets you take your team all the way with the most balanced gameplay to date.
Like I said, it's just
ways to play in franchise mode.
You know, EA is going to have some sort of Star Wars thing that's going to make me freak out, and I'm like, oh my god, finally the Star Wars game they've been hinting for a while.
It's the Star Wars.
Intensity. And of course, competition.
They did say that what's his face? The guys who are making Titanfall are working on a game right now, based on Star Wars.
Players, a global stage, and of course, big paydays.
Just after the general disappointment of Battlefront, which looks pretty, but lacks everything you'd want in a Battlefront.
The FIFA Interactive World Cup. EA is no stranger.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I want like a game that sounds like it has like depth to it.
Yeah, I think everybody wanted that, but we unfortunately couldn't. Unfortunately, EA couldn't provide that at the time.
Not just for Battlefront, but I mean in general for my Star Wars game, I want a depth experience. I don't want to have an experience that makes me go, oh yeah, I just played through Assassin's Creed Star Wars. That was great.
Well, not even that. That was multiplayer only.
Oh yeah, that game was flawed in a lot of ways.
Regardless of their ability.
But it's just more of the point of how.
To announce 3 awesome new ways to compete: challenger events, premier events.
It's just more for me like
EA
I want them to announce the Star Wars game that makes me excited. Like I was excited about Battlefront, and then it's just like it's multiplayer only. It's gonna have like 4 maps. I'm like, screw you, Battlefront.
Next up is the Premier Series.
But did you see that they're trying to bring that unreleased version of Battlefront back to life?
And finally,
yeah, good luck
EA
with that.
major events. These are marquee live events run by EA.
Oh, so we're
on a
esports
global
now.
Stage. The best players competing for the biggest prizes. And it all starts this weekend at EA Play in Los Angeles with our first EA major event.
Well, they always had tournaments and stuff going on for.
Yeah, but this is like, like very first time I hear of like, esports like kind of thing.
But first,
like Evo 2017 is gonna have like Madden 2017. Watch.
And Zach, Serious Mo Lane.
It's always just going to be EA specific events.
The greatest
like he's
of all
making this
time is the guy to beat.
This guy just wins. Being the best in the world often inspires awe, reverence, respect. But when you're the best in the world at a video game, everyone thinks they can take you down.
Every day on Twitter, there's people coming in saying that they can beat me. Usually, I just respond in the nature of something like, Floyd Mayweather doesn't fight, Joe Schmo off the street. I am the greatest of all time when it comes to Madden football.
Pretty much.
I'm here to win, and whoever's in the way is just, another person that's gonna have to get laid out.
I'd like to believe that I'm the best Madden player in the world.
Give it up for Serious Mo!
If anybody can be the heir to Problems Throne, a lot of people feel it's going to be Serious Mo.
I'd kind of dedicated my life to it. You know what I mean? When I was 16, I was.
I know this is supposed to be making me all excited and stuff, but this actually makes me give less of a crap about Madden.
Yeah, Syria.
Being a full-time
Two overweight guys are gonna battle through the Madden.
Understand.
They're gonna fight for that fucking TNA belt right there. I'm pretty sure fucking Jeff and Matt Hardy are fighting for right about now. And why isn't one of these guys calling the other guy Brother Nero? Oh my god, I need to show you those videos. Like if you wanna see like just like how far back these like two greatest tag teams are. Like I just need to show you this video from him in TNA. And it's like you're gonna be like, oh my god, I feel so bad for these guys now. Like Matt Hardy's fat as he's ever fucking been. and then like Jeff Hardy's like the most coked out as he has ever is, and then Matt Hardy's he just became fucking insane.
It's just sad, then.
Yeah, I swear to God, it's like Matt Hardy just gained he's like my size. He's like fucking. He's like my size. He's a chubby little guy. He's got like weird hair.
Did we just switch to something else, or is this still the press conference? I feel like I'm watching ESPN, and if I'm gonna watch ESPN, it's because I want to see my baseball highlights. I don't give a crap about some people playing Madden.
Well, looks like we're not watching Kadokawa tonight. Apparently they're not gonna stream it live. It's gonna be like live to tape. So after this we can go to sleep or something like that, or go kill ourselves, whatever comes first.
So, like, I know people can like give me crap because it's like, oh, well, you watch like professional Pokemon matches, like that's so much better than Madden. I'm like, there's so much more strategy to Pokemon than there is to just football in general. I love football, by the way. It's a great gladiatorial sport, but like, if I'm gonna watch people play a video game, I want a video game that requires tactics and stuff.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot more to. There's a lot more. I don't want to learn the kind of like the like you're supposed to learn the minutia of those types of games. And it's just like I just can't. I'm not coordinated enough to learn those minutia.
In total prize money. Now it takes full-time dedication to be the best, and we want to reward our elite players for their skill and commitment. The Madden 17 Championship Series is a full year of high-stakes action that spans 4 EA majors and more events to be announced soon. But it's not just
I think the other reason why I don't give a crap about watching people play video game football as a championship is I can watch real football.
Yes.
So why do I care about two dudes I've never heard of playing football when, you know, what's more important to me is actually watching the 49ers lose again. Not that I hate the 49ers people, I'm a 49ers fan. It's just, yeah, our team's not looking that good for this upcoming season.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you.
It's happened before. Happened again.
At the heart of Mass Effect Andromeda.
There you go, Mass Effect. There, are you happy?
Thank you. Something I care about.
In the game, you are part of an ambitious expedition, leaving the Milky Way galaxy to help humanity find a new home. You travel millions of light years to the Andromeda galaxy. You wake up. Now what? Everything is new. New planets, new species, new technologies. You must be among the most courageous, the most daring to go on this journey. Because this is a galaxy where you are the alien. How far will we go? That question is also at the heart of the development of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Guess what? Your choices will not fucking matter.
It was an amazing story.
Yeah, it's basically we're just starting a whole new trilogy.
Yeah.
What's the canon of the previous trilogy? Doesn't matter. You're not in that galaxy anymore.
And gameplay, and now we're letting our imaginations run wild. This is a bigger adventure filled with a whole new cast of memorable characters and more freedom than we've ever given players in a BioWare game. And for the first time, it's all powered by Frostbite, which means you're going to see, hear, and feel Mass Effect like never before.
Yes, that's what I want to fucking do. Feel Mass Effect in my balls.
Well, we can't wait to share more.
That's what the Paramore routes are for.
Here's a look behind the scenes at Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you.
No, I'm fine with them just kind of saying like, yeah, humanity survived the end of the original trilogy. Now, let's move on to a new world.
Yeah.
To seek out the undiscovered. Push beyond our limits.
Don't make this so artsy. Just show me someone like friggin' doing like, you know, warp and singularity while shooting a machine gun. That's all I want to see.
We're going further than ever before.
I also feel like I've seen this video before.
To Andromeda, to build a new home for humanity.
Like stealing someone else's.
Pretty much.
So American of these characters.
Alien life and civilization.
We want to move somewhere cooler. Let's just take someone else's planet.
Worlds where adventure, danger, and the unknown are waiting to be discovered.
There we go. Thank you for showing me some a little bit of using the powers and the vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, but
I'm kind of cool if like I don't want to call it a hard reset because it's really not, but like them going through and being all like new world, new races, new everything. And I'm like, you know what? That works for me. It's also a good way to draw in new players. They don't have to know Shepard's story or anything like that. They can just hop into this new game.
yeah.
And I like the fact that they waited enough time to jump into this. That, you know, this isn't like, you know, the once-a-year sequels like certain other series.
More ahead, including FIFA, Star Wars, and of course Battlefield 1.
FIFA Star Wars is awesome.
Conversation about
it's one of my favorite sports.
Many of these games we're talking about today.
Yeah, no Kadokawa stream, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you're all playing games that you've already invested.
We're just running back the old one that we didn't see earlier this evening.
To continue delivering new content
because of real life reasons.
Yeah. Hospital reasons. I was in the hospital, guys.
300 game updates to our most popular games. This year, that number will be even higher. And for EA Play this week, we have our biggest collection of content updates ever across both console, PC, and mobile.
But please do support us on everything we're doing. We really do appreciate it.
Like the Outer Rim expansion for Star Wars Battlefront, or check out some new games through EA Access for Xbox One and Origin Access for PC.
I don't know. I think it's up to me. It's up to Kadokawa, and they're not gonna stream it. I thought they were, and for like the longest time, I thought they were gonna do it too until like this morning. Until I just got news that they weren't gonna stream it until like right now.
It's a big deal for us, and it's unlike anything.
We can probably find a recording of it somewhere where we can do this, just like we're doing with EA right now.
Yeah.
Charitable donations. First, the charities. At EA, we celebrate charitable causes.
It'll be far more exciting than EA's.
Well, they do have some things that are interesting. I mean, the thing with Bethesda was more like Bethesda is pretty much like, yeah, we're going to expand on this, and this, and they only really shut off one game. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
UN He for She initiative. National Center for
at least with EA, we're guaranteed at least some new things. We're guaranteed. We saw Andromeda. We saw the new Madden. We saw. We're about to. I knew for a fact they show off new Star Wars, and then they have to show off Battlefield 1.
Some examples. In Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline, there's a new objective that's based on helping out your teammates in need. We're celebrating strong female characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as you deploy a special squad to battle against the droids. And in FIFA Ultimate Team, if you can win with the Play to Give Cup, you receive an untradeable rare mega pack. It all comes together at the end of EA Play when we donate $1 million in celebration of the importance of play. Now let me send
there is no Kadokawa stream, unfortunately, Kurt Cox.
We're sorry. Then you can join us for the boredom that is the EA stream. And I know it's been Titanfall, it's been Madden, but then like Madden gets dragged down by talking about their Madden League and who gives a shit because it's not real football.
Thanks,
and then
Andrew, and welcome back to London.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, now let's talk about our charity work, and I'm like, I don't care. I just came here to see some cool looking games.
England looked good last night, till about the 92nd minute. But to be here in England at the heart of football, there's no better place to show you what's next. You'll see in a moment just how far FIFA has come from its debut in 1993. This is a revolutionary year for FIFA, for the most popular
FIFA, older than my brother.
This is FIFA 17.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I remember this game. Actually, the first couple were actually halfway decent.
I think FIFA's generally been strong. It's just I don't care about soccer.
Yeah, pretty good.
I remember when I went to E3, that one of the times I went to E3, it was the same time as the World Cup. And they had a screen playing, just a handful of screens in like one of the lobby areas, just playing the various matches that were going on, and there were more people there than there were like half the booths.
Yeah.
My name is Alex Hunter, and just like you and every other kid,
Alex Hunter sounds like a fucking comic book name.
I've always dreamed of playing on the biggest stage for the best tactical minds in the game, alongside the greatest names. Playing in the park with my mates.
All of whom I don't know because I'm an American.
Taking flawless 50-yard passes from Beckham, sending in Messi with the perfect through ball, burying it in the top corner like Rooney. Now, I have the chance to make that dream my reality. To pull on a Premier League shirt and maybe even one day step into the center circle of Wembley. 3 lions on my chest. This is the start of my journey. I know it won't be easy, but if I can perform on the pitch, make the right
career mode, I get it.
And take advantage of every opportunity.
Well, have you seen the career mode for 2K for NBA 2K17 2016?
Is that the one that Spike Lee did or whatever?
Yep.
I've heard of it, but I don't know. I've never actually seen any gameplay of it.
It's something that one of these days I'm gonna rent out, and we're just gonna like watch it. Because it's the perfect riff material.
I haven't seen a kid coming out of the exit trials generate this much interest in years. I never expected anything like this.
Yes! A goal for Alex Hunter on his debut.
You're in the big league now. You have to raise your game.
Okay, so this is fanfic the game then, or what is that? What I'm getting at this?
Pretty much.
World Cup fanfic. You could insert yourself into the story as the best player anyone has seen in years, even if your character.
Yeah, but this, at least this is more compelling than the one in 2K17.
You'll get your opportunity, Hunter. Just get me out there.
Or we might as well pack this season in now. What was he thinking?
I want to stay and fight for my place. I won't let you down.
Alex Hunter, an outstanding goal. Welcome to the Premier League. This young man has everything.
We're going to make history.
Incredible, Hunter!
Yeah, do yourself a favor, Jared.
Alex Hunter.
Go look for like the cutscenes to 2K16 story mode and just watch it.
All right.
Don't you'll be flabbergasted by how wow, you just don't that's just wow, they actually made that.
So I mean, let's put it this way: it's done by a director who has to crowdfund his movies that he did instead of not making.
The Journey.
Or if he did make it, it came to wins because I never heard of
it. Through the player we just met, Alex Hunter.
Yeah.
That is the power of Frostbite, FIFA 17's brand new engine. You'll live in real football worlds, and you'll meet characters full of depth and emotion. And maybe nobody shows more emotion than the managers on the sidelines.
So that means I get to hang out with Maradona?
Premier League managers are in the game.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, seriously, it's like I want to hang out with Maradona.
Today, we'd have 3 of the most
you know the problem with that story mode is? It reminds me of? There's a I don't know if it was ever made. It was like Mike Ditka football for like the Sega CD.
Wenger at Arsenal.
And it's just Mike Dick is your coach, and it just between plays and stuff, he gives you like advice in quotations, but it's just pre-recorded clips of him saying stuff.
At Liverpool.
It's like your coach platitude kind of stuff. It's just like you need to get out there and score more points.
Yeah, I've seen this game before.
This is how you win the game. And I'm like, right, this isn't the strategy that like the game was started. Like he'll give you strategies to win, and you'll be like the best football. There'll be like the most realistic football experience, and this and that. And
who was this guy?
The actual game for like Mike Ditka football, and it's just like
I'm not quite sure.
It's just regardless of what you do, he'll just cut in with some sort of weird platitude advice.
Who is this guy again?
I don't know. I was talking about a game from like 15 years ago.
Jose,
I know
of
more than
course,
that, because
is in the
CCD.
game.
It's like probably 20 years ago.
It is a great honor
God, I
for
feel
Jose to join the EA family, to be in FIFA 17 as the great manager now, of course.
I almost thought of saying
Oh, as a
CCD.
We
manager.
rendered you in the game. I don't know. We can have a look.
I
Can we
decided
can we
instead to
get
upgrade
Jose
my
up in the
computer.
game?
They made the right
I'm
choice.
still upset
Yeah.
with you.
You're still upset? What about you are? You're gonna be more
Oh, that's
upset
him.
when you
Okay.
come to Anfield this season.
We are 20 of us. You choose 3.
No, he's a soccer guy.
Yeah, he's a soccer manager.
I know.
I'm
I'm
upset
sorry.
with that.
Yeah.
See that Clint? First of all, he looks great. Secondly, I can tell you on behalf of all of us football fans, it's great having the personality and the skill and the talent that is Jose Mourinho back in the Premier League.
Jose
and
Mourinho,
thirdly,
okay.
I can't wait to bring them to Anfield and show them where real football is played. Having said that, it is great having you in the game. I know your son's a big player.
Yes, it is.
Who does he play as? Here's the question. Do you know?
I don't know really. I just know that I can wake
I don't
up
care
in
about
the
my
morning
son.
with his noise.
He does. All he does is he play video games.
Like you're giving the questions beforehand, so you could come up with something important. He's just like, whatever. I'm doing this because I'm contractually obligated. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Business to be had. So it's going to be great having the managers in there, and it's even more important to have.
Like, look, the only manager that we care about is Maradona.
I don't even know who that is.
Maradona.
I know your son needs some early.
Miguel Maradona. He's kind of a notorious figure in soccer.
Okay.
He's the biggest thing he was known for was in I think in the 80s. No. Yeah, 86 in the 86 World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
He made he cheated a goal. Like he cheated what could be like the greatest goal of all time. And he's proud of that. If you go look up look up the hand of God play.
Mm-hmm.
He literally had his hand on top of his head where it's supposed to be like where he's supposed to shoot it with his head, and he pushed it with his head to get the goal. His hand to get the goal.
Now the best thing about the journey,
He's a notorious scumbag, but he's also kind of like a eccentric scumbag in the world of soccer.
like football, the most important thing is what happens on the pitch, and that's especially true in gameplay. We're bringing complete innovation to the game this season. We've got 4 big transformations that let you own every moment, and we're bringing more control than ever before. Here they are. We've rewritten set pieces to give you creative control over every dead ball. We completely overhauled physical play. We built a new intelligence system so our players are smarter and more active off the ball. And we're giving you new ways to create chances and finish in front of goal.
Footy!
And those massive transformations are inspired by some of the best.
I think here's the key difference and why the EA one always bores me, because they go on and on and on. Here's the Bethesda one, they're like boom, boom, boom. Here's our new DLC for this. Here's a new DLC for this. Here's a new DLC for this. Stay tuned for this. Here's a game trailer. Stay tuned for this.
To the point where I completely forgot what they showed off at Bethesda, other than just new DLC for everything.
This is the most important
they had
thing.
Quake. They had Skyrim Rebuild. They had boring as hell Dishonored 2.
So remember what we need to do.
That's kind of it.
Jesus Christ, and tomorrow's gonna get even worse.
Make intelligent runs.
You know what, friends? Because we got the accent. No.
And own every moment.
We are French, you idiot. Oh, no.
You are ready. The fans are ready. Now go.
So yeah, I mean, just the Madden thing just didn't end. And look, I'm fine with Madden, but all you.
I think this is even worse than the Madden thing.
Much worse than the Madden one. It just keeps going. It's just like, here's a robust story mode for our original character without your fanfic. And yeah, it's just like, and now here's a thing that's about how awesome it is to play soccer. But I'm like, look, the people who play FIFA are people who like soccer. You're not going to convince me to pick up FIFA. You're not going to convince my brothers to pick up FIFA. We don't care.
So about this time last year, we surprised you with something unexpected. With Unravel, you met Yarny, a tiny little character with a huge heart going on an epic adventure. You also met Martin Salin, a passionate and creative game maker from the Coldwood studio that brought Yarny to life. We knew Unravel would steal your hearts because it stole ours.
Well, that's
but it also showed us something profound.
I heard a lot of good things about Unravel.
I'm sure it is good. I just forgot that it existed until he mentioned it again. Like, oh yeah, I vaguely remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about the game. It's actually, it has a lot of charm to it.
More games like Unravel. Passionate developers telling amazing stories, creating spectacular games. We are committed to working with small developers, finding these great new games. And
we are committed to finding the best smaller developers and then swallowing them up to make more FIFA games for us.
Our EA Originals program is
it's like, hey, remember when they bought PopCap and all those great PopCap games that have come out since then? Like
Me neither.
Warfare and Garden Warfare 2?
And bringing them to the world.
I love when they bought PopCap and then like half the staff of PopCap left the company. And I'm like, oh yes, it's clearly the exact same company that you just bought. And look, if they didn't have a tradition of completely destroying like previous companies, this wouldn't be such a big deal. But they do. It's just like, hey, we purchased Bullfrog, and now Bullfrog doesn't exist anymore. And we bought Origin, and Origin doesn't exist anymore, except for we use the name and logo for our Steam service for some reason.
And now we're gonna do the same thing with smaller companies.
With EA Originals, we want
and every one from the small companies is like, you know what? When you buy us out, I will take that huge check and I will just start my own company.
Yeah.
They can keep innovating and create.
And look, I'm that same way. I'd love to make a game popular enough to warrant EA buying my company, but I'd fudge the rights around it just enough so they couldn't make sequels to like my one game that I had. Unless it was a game like I was like, oh, that game doesn't deserve sequels, and if they make sequels, they're idiots because it's never going to be as good as the original.
Hi everyone.
So here's a new indie game that I'm probably never going to play. Indie in quotations, because it's not actually an indie game. It's owned. It's made by a tiny company that we bought up. So it's technically an indie game. No, it's not. Nope. It's not our indie game.
And we're about 20 people brought together by our fascination for new approaches to interactive storytelling and art. And recently we've been on a journey with a very special new project. And thanks to Patrick and EA, we're here today to bring you along with us.
This guy's so fucking nervous.
Let me introduce you to the world of FIFA.
Little bit. So seriously, it's like, can you like get like a better PR person for these people? If you're gonna
these guys are just like designers.
I know, but the thing is, I feel kind of bad. It's like, can you like at least hire a PR person for these people if you're gonna buy them out?
Living in a delicate balance. That is constant.
Or let whoever EA's current PR person do most of the talking, and then have the other person there.
Yeah, because you can tell her like,
and you have no idea
I don't want to be here anymore. And you just run away crying. Nah, come on, don't do this.
This is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but it's like you can have someone to help you guys with the pressure, like get a bit like, you know, if they're backing your game, why don't they back you up getting like a better PR person to help you guys out at least?
I mean, why do you think Ubisoft has Aisha Tyler every single time?
I know, it's like, you know, I'll take Aisha Tyler anytime, any day. Period.
Yeah.
To understand it.
Yeah, well, yeah, totally, because she's like super hot Amazoness woman.
Yeah.
But
she's like legit 9 feet tall.
She's my celebrity list.
Yeah.
Everyone has a celebrity list. She's in like my top 3 easy. Because she's funny and sexy, which is an awesome combination. But she's there with the nervous guy towering above him and being all like, okay, so you've got to tell me about this game. Because that trailer there looked really awesome. The part where the guy was jumping from this to this and doing the guns. So what's the plot of this game? Like, why is this guy jumping around shooting the guns? And then the guy's like, oh, well, this guy's a time traveler, and he's lost in a different time period, and needs to chase down the parts of his time machine while doing cool acrobatic gun work, because time travel.
Yeah,
there's there's
a buffer between the people working in the game that have like no experience, that are very nervous, and the presenters, which is something that these people kind of need, especially with like if they're gonna be like with like these smaller companies. It's like I feel so bad for these people. It's like I want I can tell too. It's like they're nervous. They don't want like any bad publicity or anything like that? It's like, oh, man.
They're unprepared. They're very nervous. Yes, and it's just a lack of public speaking experiences, I assume, because most of these guys are programmers and stuff. They're not, mastering the art of public speaking.
Yeah, I think it's like, like that's why I said it's like, if you guys gonna like help these companies out or buy them out, like flat out, like send out someone out there to help them out at least. Send them a buffer.
Yeah. I mean, like with Bethesda, most of those people were the production heads and stuff, but they seemed much more calm and confident about their projects.
But I think that's with Bethesda. I think like everything in house. Like every game they make, it's like they make it. So it's like Skyrim to like Dishonored and all that stuff. That Skyrim to Dishonored to like Doom and all that stuff. That's all kind of them. So it's like there's this weird camaraderie between all of them, and they kind of know what to say and stuff like that. But some games are better, or some games are better not. See, this game seems very interesting. Interesting.
I mean, we talked over it the entire time, so I have no idea what it's about. But
it looks like one of those types of games where you like explore and like try to like make friends with the animals and stuff like that. It looks really good.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Journey.
Yeah.
But it's more about the experience than it is about gameplay.
Huh? What? Huh? Who? Is that you, Jesus?
John Williams just got paid. Royalties, motherfucker.
Wait, Jay Raymond's with EA now? What the fuck?
About our Star Wars games. Right now,
what the fuck?
Across the world,
I'm mind fucked.
Range of Star Wars games for all types of Star Wars fans. These teams are being led.
Kadokawa's not streaming tonight, unfortunately. I'm sorry, people.
Made some of our favorite games of the last decade, and now they're channeling their talent and passion to bring you all new experiences that will span many corners of the Star Wars universe for years to come. Let's break it down. Already today, you can play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Star Wars The Old Republic, and of course, Star Wars Battlefront. Each of these games are live and getting fresh, new content all year long. Next year, you're going to get a new installment of Star Wars Battlefront.
Ooh.
In collaboration with Motive, we're building on the foundation of the first game. We're listening to our players.
No, you're not.
And adding more of what you want, including content.
I like you, Jade, but fuck you. You ain't listening to shit.
And coming in 2018 is a new action-adventure game from Visceral Games.
Huh?
2018?
The team are creating an original narrative in the Star Wars universe with new characters.
That's what I'm saying too, like
2018. We've got more amazing projects in store.
Bring it Battlefront 2 before we get any other like real game?
Yeah, what the fuck?
They are exploring a different Star Wars era in their own third-person action-adventure game. We can't wait for you to play these games. I can't wait to play them myself.
Show us the fucking games!
Behind the curtain.
These are all coming out years from now. There's nothing. They just greenlit them before E3.
Thank you.
Got anything new? Anything really excited
about?
Well,
no, the one by Respawn at least should have some footage. Because they've been working on that in conjunction with
day by day with
conjunction with Titanfall 2.
And to be a part of that, and to work.
And the rumor was that game was supposed to come out like coincide. That game was supposed to be that game for this year.
What we're really trying to do at EA is cater to
try to come out around Rogue One or something.
Yeah.
And create different game experiences.
Like now, it's like I don't even know anymore.
With Star Wars Battlefront, we wanted to really be able to bring people into the world of Star Wars like never before. What excites me now is bringing in more characters, more planets.
The thing is, like, they say they listen to the fans. Well, here's how you listen to the fans. You ditch you ditch the Battlefield, you ditch the Battlefield the aesthetics, and you make it more like and you make the fucking game like fucking like Battlefront.
Star Wars IP. If you're just going to do what's been done before, right? So it's a fantastic opportunity for Motive to really tell the world what we're about, and we're going to bring that to Battlefront.
And if you're gonna sell me this game at full price.
It better actually have a full game's worth.
Yeah.
Is ultimately
not just full game.
We all demand that the game has these huge.
Dude, mocapping lightsabers is kind of cool.
Really well to the Star Wars universe. We're going to deliver that Star Wars awe like fans have never seen before.
With Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, we talked a lot about how we grew up as kids with Star Wars, and we collected toys, we'd bring them over to a friend's house, and we'd set up these battles where sometimes it was what we'd seen in the films, and sometimes it was just this random mashup of stuff that we wanted to play from our own imagination. Our aim is to bring in characters from all the films, all the TV shows, and even beyond.
Star Wars is what got me into role-playing games in the first place, that storytelling you did as a kid with your Star Wars action figures. With Star Wars The Old Republic, the choices you make, the freedom you have, that's really at the heart of a BioWare game. And beyond The Old Republic, there are so many stories that we still want to tell.
Our goal has always been not to just sort of make a game that is set in the Star Wars universe, but to really
Hey,
tell
Amy
an
Henning,
authentic
what's up?
Star Wars story. And that's actually a hugely different thing.
I'm assuming this game is going to be 1313.
Familiar in the familiar. You need the
I'm
guidance
hoping
of
it'll be
someone
good.
like Doug Chang to show you the way.
I don't want to have like this level of talent behind this game, and
she is like a film director in many ways because she is telling her story, and I'm
yeah,
helping
she's
you
the
realize
reason
her
why I'm
world.
worried about Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
EA has some really exciting plans in the works for the Star Wars portfolio, and what
I'm
we're
happy.
doing is bringing
I'm happy
talent
they're
from
doing
across
so
the
much Star
industry
Wars.
and
It's just I
letting
feel
them
like
loose.
this weird 3-year holding
We have
pattern.
completely different
Yeah.
games on the horizon.
And it's like,
and I
show
just
me
hope
something
that
that I can
every
buy
fan
in like the
going,
next
wow, I never thought
6
they were gonna
months.
bring my Star Wars fantasy.
That isn't just, oh, our mobile game has an expansion.
Yeah.
Our MMO has an expansion.
The thing that pissed me off the most is they announced, okay, here's Battlefront. But we're not gonna capitalize on episode. We're not gonna capitalize on Force
And
Awakens.
thank you to all our studio
I'm
teams
like,
working on
what?
Star Wars games today. So, here we are. One last game. Let's talk Battlefield 1. You might be
Are you
wondering
kidding
why
me?
I'm up here again.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Well,
That was
my
their Star
journey
Wars
with
thing.
Battlefield
We're gonna make
started
Star
over
Wars games
2
eventually.
decades ago.
You're gonna
Yeah.
totally be able
When
to
DICE
them.
was
Be
still a
awesome.
small indie studio.
They're such cool
We
games.
were
You're gonna
dreaming
love
about
them
conquering
in like
the world
you know
and
3
sharing
years
our
from now when you
games
play
with
them
more
finally.
and more players.
One,
Now, I've been involved
Battlefront 2,
in
I have
each and
zero.
every
I mean,
part
like
of the
I need.
series, and it's
That's gonna be a
humbling to
hard sell
serve
for them
a
when it comes to
Battlefield
me,
community today
because they're
that
gonna
has
have to go and say,
to more than 60
hey,
million players
you
around the
know,
world.
here's the
That is
campaign
truly
mode.
incredible.
And by the way, we have
It also
prequel,
means that we
Clone
have a
Wars
great
content.
responsibility
Not prequel content.
to
I just want
deliver
Clone
on the
Wars
promise
content.
of
I don't need
Battlefield
Gungans.
with
I
every
need
game.
Clone Troopers. Thank you
We
much.
have to take
And
great
here's our
to
like
pioneer.
episode 7, episode 8
So we
content.
knew from the start that Battlefield
Or
1 could be no
even if you put it
ordinary
before
game.
episode 7, here's our
Now let me tell
you know
you
whatever
a quick story
our
about the inception of
Resistance
Battlefield
versus
1.
First Order content.
A few years
And
ago, 2 guys in our studio,
you know, we're gonna have
at
like
DICE
clan
Stockholm,
options and
Stefan
stuff like
Strandberg
that,
and
and
Martin
really
Koch
make it a
kept
robust
telling me
game
that
that
they
makes
had
me
the
excited about it.
concept for the next
I was
one.
excited about Battlefront because they
And
didn't
each
tell me
time we
anything,
met,
and then as
they
they started
showed me
revealing
more and
stuff,
more
I was like,
ideas from the
I don't
team.
know about this.
Now I'll be honest, I was
I
skeptical.
don't know
I
about
was, like,
this, and then it
really
came out, and I was like,
skeptical.
oh, it's a piece
And I
of
told
shit.
them, I don't think we have it yet. But they kept pushing, they kept coming back. And then one late night in Stockholm,
And Battlefield
they
1 I
brought
also
me a
don't care
very
about.
special pitch. An absolutely mind-boggling pitch, unmistakably
Let me guess,
Battlefield,
it plays like
and set
all
in a
the
very
other
unique
Battlefield
take on World War
Battlefields.
Yeah.
Right then and there,
That's
when we
my
knew
that was
we
my
had to
biggest
make
takeaway when I played the game. It's like
So
the
when
first
we
thing I
stand
said to
here
myself,
introducing a game like
this game
Battlefield
is
1 to
so much like a
tens of
fucking
millions of
this
dedicated
game's so much
players,
like Battlefield,
you
like
know
Battlefield
the
is not even
risks
funny.
were worth it.
I have more faith in this game than I do with the upcoming Battlefront.
Yeah.
Mainly because at least in this game, I get to ride around in a biplane and I get to be the fucking Red Baron.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing that cuts Battlefront 1 right off at the knees, is then to be told, oh, by the way, next year, new games coming out, so enjoy the content while you can. You know, it's like, fuck you. The game came out last year. It's gonna have, you know, 2015 release and then
2018.
release and then 2017 for the sequel, and then what, 2019 for the trequel?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then that's like no longevity of the game.
And that's the thing I like about Battlefront, the Battlefront original one, before this whole buyout. Like that's all you needed. Battlefront 2, that's all you fucking needed.
I want you to know that our team,
yeah,
DICE in Stockholm,
like
has
here's
huge
you don't need an expansion. Here is fucking everything. It covers everything up until that point and that was everything.
Where no battle is ever the same.
Yeah.
It's like why isn't some capitalized entrepreneur adding in like first order versus resistance people into this game now?
At the world premiere last month,
Where's my clones versus droids?
Yeah, the thing is that that's the main focus, but it has more than just that in that game. I think you can play Empire versus Imperial versus Rebels. You can play Jedi versus Sith. You can do so many other things in that game. And Battlefront, it really does feel like Battlefield. You're like, oh, you're a nameless soldier now. Go out and kill.
Yeah, the difference is instead of like, I mean, like the vehicles are still kind of there, just like in Battlefield. The difference is only like if you collect enough of these icon dealies, you can become invincible for a short amount of time and kill people with like your souped up character.
Like Jamie Foxx, Zac Efron are going to be on those.
What the fuck?
For tonight's events?
Celebrities.
Can't wait, dude. Stoked. I know I'm excited.
Yeah, you can hear it in their voices.
We have the Battlefield Squad's live stream kicking off. 64 players going head-to-head, 32 v 32 in a best-of-3 matchup, and I can't wait to see wins.
So Zac Efron versus Zac Efron, who I'm pretty sure is gonna be It's gonna be in Germany.
Exactly what makes this game so epic.
And then you got Jamie Foxx as whatchamacallit.
Allies.
Allies. Axis versus Allies.
Ever seen. As you squad up in epic multiplayer matches with up to 64 players. Now that's going to be really cool to watch. And in just a few minutes, you'll get to see how no battle is ever the same. Through the power of Frostbite, intuitive destruction, dynamic weather, and a variety of weapons and vehicles makes this the most
at least with
ever.
At least with Battlefield 1, it's interesting because it's like, okay, World War 1 is an interesting period in terms of war.
Yeah.
It's not just fucking biplanes. It was the innovation of trench battles, and
those old school like rolling coffin tanks.
Yeah.
Those are...
And Zeppelins, man, Jesus! I keep forgetting how cool the technology of that time was, even though it's antiquated.
So you have to adapt your playstyle.
I'm down for this. At first I was like, no. Then I saw Infinite Warfare. I was like, no. And then I saw the trailer for this. I'm like, yes, definitely.
The behemoths. The Great War gave birth to some of the largest vehicles ever made, and Battlefield 1 gives you the chance to control these beasts. Take control of an airship, armored train, or a battleship to dominate the battlefield across air, land, and sea.
Oh yeah, those are. I forgot about the armored trains. Those are pretty badass.
Yeah.
When Battlefield 1 launched,
but like I said, like
showed up in Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, it's pretty much FPS Valkyria Chronicles.
That ensure no battle is ever the same. And for those of you who are Battlefield insiders, you get an early access to experience this firsthand during the open beta later this summer.
Oh, okay.
All right. In just a few minutes, the Battlefield Squad's live stream will begin. But first, let's take another look at Battlefield 1. Thank you.
Yeah, apparently they had like Terry Crews and I don't know who else was also part of that weird like celebrity squad. Snoop Dogg. I'm pretty sure you wandered in.
Yeah, President Camacho, I'm in.
Camacho.
I want Terry Crews to always just walk around as President Camacho.
Have you seen that he's been making like anti-Trump ads as President Camacho?
I have not seen those, but we're going towards the age where President Camacho will be a reality very soon.
Yes,
I'm going to vote for President Camacho. Anyone who can begin his State of the Union with the word shit, and then when people are talking over him, he just shoots a gun in the air, is a guy I'll vote for. Some of my favorite scenes are just goes there for the State of the Union and just goes, shit! And it just cuts to like an angle where you see the teleprompter, and the word shit just goes up on the teleprompter, and then the actual words start coming about from that. And I'm like, shit is part of the State of the Union speech. That is brilliant.
See, I wonder if I could like do some like crazy ass like Red Baron bullshit in that game. Nothing says World War I than Kanye West.
Yeah, really. I want to be mobile cavalry. They get gunned down by a friggin' machine gun. I love the fact that that was an era where they had, like, you know, submachine guns and stuff, but they're also still riding on horseback. And I'm like, that's amazing.
We're going to change the world indeed. It looks absolutely amazing, Battlefield 1. So that's our show. We have Battlefield 1 playables right behind me here in London. We've got Titanfall 2. We've got FIFA 17. We've got Madden 17. We here in London are going to have a great time tonight. We're here through midnight. It's going to be phenomenal. Andrew, I'm sure you're going to have the same there. Back to you in Los Angeles.
Thanks, Peter. All right, so that's our show. And now the way I see it, I'm the only thing standing between you and an hour of Battlefield 1 gameplay. So let's keep this quick. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you to all of you here in Los Angeles. And of course, thank you to everyone in London as well. We're just getting started here at EA Play, so stay with us. There's a lot more to come. And now it's time to play. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a press conference.
That was a press conference, all right.
I mean, at least you get some details on what Mass Effect Andromeda's storyline's going to be about. And that's great.
But
that's like the highlight. This was like an hour of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah, I realized that because it's like, you know, I was expecting them to talk a little bit more about Star Wars, but now I realize why there was no Star Wars news when I was taught when it was taught when they were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that is abysmal.
Yeah, that was incredibly lackluster, and I can't imagine anyone is excited about any really. I mean, like, Battlefield 1 looks fine and all, and it's great if you want to play some Battlefield, but, like, you know, hard to get all pumped up about this kind of stuff.
Pretty much, yeah, unfortunately. The sad part is that that's pretty much like the tale of these two press conferences. The good news is it's just these two press conferences. Tomorrow is the day where it's like I wish there was a bullet to my fucking brain right about now.
No, I'll be there with you the whole time.
Alrighty, so any thoughts on anything you saw today?
Quake Champions seems like it could be interesting. I'd like to hear more about that. And the new version of Prey sounds like it could be promising.
I was reading about it. It is a reboot of the game.
Yeah, I figured it would be because it's been enough time. I mean, I was with Control Kill when they were showing off 2, and 2 never got finished.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be a different game, but they just said, "Hey, we got the Prey license now.
We gotta do something with it."
It's been 7 years since the last one.
Yeah, shit, has it really been that long? Oh, since part 1, yeah. And then part 2, I was going to those press conferences in like 2010 or something.
It was like an early Xbox 360 release. Never made the PS3.
The second one was supposed to. It was like 2011 or something when I was going to that press conference. But it's still a thing of like, that game looks pretty cool. Where you're like this alien bounty hunter, and you have like a jetpack and stuff. And I don't know why it never got finished. I'd love to find the story as to why. They're gonna just reboot the whole thing. Good for them. I'm fine with it. I had no real attachment to the original stuff. Yeah, I hear you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, the only games I really want, like right now, like I was expecting from these two companies, I was decently surprised by Quake Champions. I'm really happy they're gonna focus. I want to know more about this Quake Champions game. If it's gonna be either a free-to-play game or like that's actually gonna be like a payable game or anything like that. Regardless, it's an interesting concept that I'm very happy they're gonna continue with. Actually, what got leaked is that there is gonna be yet another Wolfenstein.
Well, I think the last one did pretty well. I mean,
yeah, that's why it's gonna continue that.
New Order sold, but I know critics liked New Order.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna continue that New Order stuff.
I'm cool with that.
So that's gonna be cool. It's called New Colossus. But they didn't show it because I'm pretty sure they're gonna show it at another time, either at like QuakeCon.
Yeah, I know they were promoting the heck out of QuakeCon throughout this, so I'm not surprised if half their things are just, hey, wait for QuakeCon, hey, wait for QuakeCon.
Yeah, and then with EA, my biggest issue is like they didn't have much. They didn't really have much to show at all. Anything that seemed exciting is so far off into the future that it's like I just can't really get excited, which makes me wonder. No wonder they kind of picked a dead period to show off their games instead of showing it off like on Monday or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like if they would have shown it off yesterday, if they would have shown it off tomorrow, they would have been more confident. As a matter of fact, I think like there were more games they showed off that was going to be within the next 6 months. But unfortunately, within the next 6 months, that was going to be released within the next 6 months of a year. And they did show it off, and they all those games they showed off at the E3 presser last year, all of them got released.
Yeah.
One way or another. Here, we're not going to see any of. We're not going to see most, if not all those. We're not going to see most of those games until like 3 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Battle. They're taking their time with the Star Wars games, but you think they could have something more than just like, hey, our current games are getting expansions, yo, and anyhow, here's stuff that you'll really want to play in 2 years from now. It's like, thanks. You've been touting this visceral game for a while, and you've been talking about the Free Radical game for a while, and still years away.
Yeah.
Yay.
I know a lot of people are piling up right now for the Kadokawa, but like don't blame me. Blame Kadokawa. They're not gonna show the press conference. I'm very sorry. I barely learned about this just right now.
Yeah, we learned about it while preparing the EA footage, and that's a bummer because I really could use like a press conference that makes you go, "Oh, awesome!" instead of like one that goes like, "Well, that was 2 hours of my life."
Yeah.
At least I feel really, really tired and my body hurts, so it made it a totally fun experience for me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go. I guess I'll end the stream for right now, and then I'll start us up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Jesus, merciful Christ, 9 in the fucking morning.
I'll be up.
Alrighty then. So we'll be back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock sharp, for Microsoft, and then whatever the fuck else is they're gonna show up for the rest of that day tomorrow.
Fun, you'll get to hear me eat my breakfast while watching a press conference. People get pizza while watching a press conference.
I might actually end up doing that myself. Shit, you're right. Anyways,
things better tomorrow.
Yeah. Hopefully things will be better tomorrow. It's just like I said, I'm very disappointed with things so far, and I'm like, ugh.
Agreed.
Alright. So, that's Jared. As for me, I am Ramsey saying, we will see you all tomorrow.